Good evening and welcome back to the Go 4v4 Hockey League. I'm Caden McCrory alongside me, Andrew Keel. Purple versus Black. Purple coming off of their first ever win, Andrew. It took them a whole season, but they finally did it, a brand new team. And great work there by Team Purple, Andrew. Just from a perspective, you didn't get to be on the call for that one, or were you? No, you were not.
No,
that
I
was
was
Billy's game. But just from what you saw, what about Purple's game just kind of improved, you could say, from last year?
They worked better as a team, if that makes sense.
Mm.
They weren't trying to just do everything by themselves to make a comeback. They worked together to make the comeback themselves.
And for Black, they get Jackson Morehouse back in the lineup in this hockey game. As for Purple, they get Ty Voigt, the Toronto Maple Leafs prospect, back in the lineup for them. So each team respectively getting a new and very useful hand for them. Here's Black off the draw. It's Cullen Bell Sterling. Plays this one back to Brendan Schooley. Sent in by Purple. Pick it up. And now Ty Voigt at center. Voigt carries in. Drops this one off. The give and go from DeMarco over to Connie and across. And wide by Purple. Voigt. Down low to Swankler. Moves this one across to Connie. Connie shot saved by Kreidler. Into the corner, trying to bat away, Cops free. DeMarco has Voigt behind him. Voigt pulls his way back. Voigt over to Mike DeMarco. Down low once more to Voigt. Beyond that to Swankler in front, kicked wide by Connie. All Purple to start this hockey game. Swankler with a shot, saved by Kreidler. And we get a whistle just a couple of moments in here. Swankler recently signs with the Fort Wayne Comets of the ECHL just a couple of days ago. Line changes for both sides now. Purple off the draw to win this one back to Mario Smith. Smith moves this one around. Heel cross pass with another Purple player. Down low once more to Smith. Smith looks in front. Over for Nolan and pushed wide. Now the other way comes Black. It's Nick Sawicki, works his way in towards the net. Saved away by Hale. Rebound shot. Hale is there. Will O'Brien pushes it to Sawicki. Shot from the point and stopped on the Morehouse attempt. Back to the point they go. Sawicki works his way down the left corner. Pushes this one in front for Morehouse, knocked away. Now the point. Christian Colantonio, one of the new players this season. All over him is Dom Shimizi and moved down low.
Last week, Colantonio, I was on the call for that one, definitely had a great big impact.
Shot in, scores right underneath the water ball. Nick Sawicki, it's 1-0 Black.
And just like I said, Colantonio put with a great pass there to set him up. Just as I was talking about him, the reverse commentator's curse does something amazing with that pass right on the tape for the 1T.
Sawicki's first goal this season. I don't believe Sawicki played that, or did he?
He did.
He did? Okay. Both Sawickis played last week. I know I had the brother Sawicki, the younger one. There's Purple in front, and they'll score. Was that, I believe, Evan Connie that put that one home at the tail end, and we're all knotted up at one.
A great move to get Kreidler out of the net. Kreidler looked strong last week in the loss. We talked about him a lot last week. This week, getting a little embarrassed there by Conyon.
Swankler pushes it to himself, off the draw, firing one, and almost the same telltale as last week. Swankler and shots over the net. If he was a field goal kicker, Andrew, he would be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
This top four unit, though, very deadly, a lot of star power. With Evan Conyon in the Ontario Hockey League, Austin Swankler now in the ECHL, Ty Voigt, as mentioned earlier, Toronto Maple Leafs prospect, and then you get the sprinkle of the captain Mike DeMarco, the pro lacrosse player. Swankler, forward to Conyon. Pushes it over to Swankler, puts it between his legs, in front the shot, saved by Kreidler with the glove, taking that one away from Conyon, getting a little bit of revenge back on that play. Inching to 19 minutes to go here in the first half of this one.
Our clock is a little behind, just to let
It'll
everyone know.
catch up.
About 15 seconds.
And that's actually not bad. That's good for us. At one point last week, I think we were 3 minutes behind. So, I mean, slow progress, but we're working on it. Swankler in front looks for the deflection of DeMarco, and that is pushed wide. There to pick it up is Cohen Bell Sterling. Give and go with Lewandowski. Over to Morehouse. Morehouse, the leading scorer and GOAT last season, also one of the founders of the league. And pushes over to Bell Sterling. Puck stripped away from him by Swankler, and he'll push in. Swankler down the left wall, fires one towards the net, deflected away by Team Black. Swankler, the pass in front for Shimizi and stopped by Kreidler. Swankler has to get back to his own blue line to pick it up. Forward to Dom Shimizi, played with Robert Morris University last year. Looking to go across, pass broken up by Jackson Kruk and Team Black. Kruk over for Bell Sterling. He'll carry into the zone. He has numbers with him. Bell Sterling drop pass. The shot save made by Chase Hale. Purple the other way. Pushes this one through center. Colby Inchin fires one. That sails wide of the net. And not able to keep it in is Smith. Smith backpedals to his own zone. Puts on the brakes, gets around Sawicki, and will hold behind his own net. In there to break it up, Bell Sterling pushes that wide, save made by Hale with the glove. Purple looking to take it out. They give it off to Shimizi. Offsides Purple just ahead of the play was Smith. 17-14 to go.
I'd say offsides is more rare than icing at this point.
It's starting to get to that point. It really is.
Icing was very rare last year. Last week we kept saying that, and then every 20 seconds there'd be an icing. We also said there would be penalties, and then there were 3 penalties in the first game.
We're doubling down on our bet last week that there's not going to be penalties this week. So the power play graphic that we also did not make will not have to be in use. John McDonald looks to clear it out. Purple right there to pick it up and Voigt. They give and go with Connie, and he'll take it outside. Into the zone comes Purple. Connie looks for Voigt. Voigt backhand pushes it over the net. Black looks to hold Evan Mitchell. Kicks it to himself, looks to carry, and pushes it off to the corner. Mitchell gives us all back to Cole Antonio. Backhands this one towards the blue line. Black is there, McDonald. Across, O'Brien's shot rings off the post. Also getting a piece of it was Hale. Now the other way at 2-1-0, it's Swankler and Connie. And Swankler over to Connie, and back to Swankler to Connie, and backhand off the crossbar.
Almost put back in his own net from O'Brien there.
Now the other way, Black, McDonald. Across for O'Brien. O'Brien's shot shuffled wide of the net. A lot of missed opportunities. Remains 1-1. Connie, Swankler dangling backhand attempt towards the net. Kick save by Kreidler.
One thing I noticed for Purple is after that first one, they feel like they can beat Conyon.
There it is again. It's Conyon on the back door. Beautiful feed from Ty Voigt, and it's 2-1 Purple.
As I was saying, I feel like Purple's figured out that they can beat Kreidler by pulling him out of position. They did it once on the first goal, and then at least 3-4 times they tried to make a move to make him go one way and go back the other way. That one, obviously not. That was a one-timer that was just beautiful. But it feels like they figured that out, and they may be trying to keep doing that the rest of the game.
Purple looks to maintain the pressure, as Andrew mentioned. Backhand attempt saved by Kreidler sliding across. Down low, Schmizzy. Down there with Nolan. Nolan coming up huge with the game-winning goal last week to help Purple get their first win. Pass the stick of Lewandowski. He'll chase down against Mario Smith. Smith will clear this one to Schmizzy. There to read it is Morehouse. Schmizzy gets around him. 2-on-1 the other way with Nolan. Schmizzy down the right wall. Fires one. Getting a piece of it was Kreidler, and it sails over the net. Smith takes it all the way back defensively. Forward the pass to Nolan. Has Schmizzy, gets around the defender and Zach Goldfein, and he'll push it off to Lewandowski. Into the zone, Lewandowski with Black changing behind the play. Throws it off to Jackson Kruk. Shot deflected out of play by Purple. 14-12 to go.
This isn't something that Purple's used to, being a lead this late in the game, I feel like.
It's either they start off hot, and we've seen that. That's what they did today. and then they kind of lose the lead, then they come back at the very end. It's been a solid almost 10 minutes of a lead, well, with the one goal, tie game for a brief moment there.
And only being down for 30 seconds at most.
Voigt towards and almost dangerous, and cleared by Black. Smith gives off to Swankler, looks to dangle through, a miscue, and Black has numbers the other way. Breakaway coming down. Save made by Hale. Though Sterling looked like he fumbled a little bit on that breakaway. Lucky break for Purple.
Fumbled and then unable to recover with enough time to make a decent move. Has to just try and shuffle it under the pad, but keeping the pad flush to the ice was Hale, not letting anything squeak underneath.
Face-off won by Purple. It's Mike DeMarsico. Matt DeMarsico not in the lineup today. Here's Ty Voigt, shuffles the center, pushes it out wide to Swankler. Swankler shot with traffic. Save made by Kreidler. Seems like a drawn play that almost executed perfectly there.
Almost just unable to pick the corner. Got it high, but not high enough.
Swankler on the draw. Only 8 players for Purple today. Towards the front of the net, Jackson Croft picks it up for Black, as compared to Black's 7 players on the bench, so 11-8 number ones in favor of Team Black.
Almost 3 whole lines for Black.
Spinning with it is Bell Sterling. Goes back to him. Shot attempt right there to pick it up was Connie, and turned over in front. Back to Bell Sterling, settling across and not able to put it home as Nick Sawicki. Rebound in front. Bell Sterling sends that into the netting. Out of play. Oh, Black so close to tying this game up.
That was a beautiful opportunity. 2 guys behind the net, 1 in the slot. No one covering Swick in the slot. So an unfortunate break there for Black. But one thing, Purple, having only 4 people on the bench, that's something they're not used to, especially the end of last year when they got a bunch of guys coming in. They were very heavy on bodies. Maybe that's going to be their key. Maybe they don't need as many bodies. Maybe don't spread the love as much.
Swankler throwing this one into Marsko. Forward for Connie and broken up by Cole Antonio. And right back, Purple will take it. Ty Voigt on his backhand, shoveling to Swankler. Looks to dangle through. And having none of it was Will O'Brien. In front, Connie by himself couldn't settle and moves to the point to Voigt. Voigt settling at the blue line. He'll cross pass with the Marsko. Give to him. Pushes it through center. Swankler will pick it up. Swankler looking to dangle through. Eventually does. On the backhand looking and poked home by Evan Connion. Or no, it was saved. Scorekeeper thought it went in. We thought it went in. Kreidler somehow keeps it out.
I don't know. You can't tell, obviously, but I think that one was in as well. But I also don't think that was tipped at all.
You think that was a straight shot?
I think that was a straight shot.
Regardless, a really good play. But all props due to Kreidler. He had an amazing job persuading the referees otherwise, or it was also an amazing save. Purple looking to get it in their favor now, take a 2-goal lead. It's Shimizi towards the net. Pad stop by Kreidler. O'Brien picks it up for Black. Pushes this one out wide to McDonald. John McDonald. Drop pass. Shot. Sailing over the net in the attempt from O'Brien. Back to the point, it's Goldfein. Goldfein circling with it. Goes down low to O'Brien. Pushes it into the corner. Purple bodies are there. And they'll send this behind the net. Bienshin storming down the wing. Scores. Cole Bienshin makes it 3-1 Purple, beating Kreidler.
That was an incredible shot by Bienshin. Able to get that just inside the post. And an incredible save. Goal.
As RMU broadcasters, I think we got to learn Cole Bienshin's name a little more. He's playing for Kent State next year.
Oh.
So Goat League and Acha are starting to mix in again. As I know later on we'll see Quentin Schaefer, who plays for Pitt. Of course, doesn't play on RMU anymore, unfortunately. But he'll be the first Goat Acha player that we'll be able to call, which is really cool. Here's Lewandowski, pushes it behind the net. Forward for Evan Mitchell. Mitchell storming down the right wing. Mitchell to his back and puts it on net, and he scores. Evan Mitchell, his first career Goat League goal, and Black cuts the deficit.
Oh, Mitchell, what a shot. Able to push Hale all the way in his own net with that shot, and did exactly, Hale unable to do what Kreidler did on the other side and do a good shell job to keep that one out.
Morehouse wins the faceoff forward, goes back to Mitchell, and Black can set up. It's Malbouf, goes over to Lewandowski. Sailing this one through center, Mitchell pokes it in. He has Morehouse to his wing if he can beat him. Mario Smith gets back for purple. I gotta say, a tremendous defensive job all game long already from Mario Smith, as he'll regain it here. One of the lone actual defensemen on purple's roster. Accidental play from Sawicki and Morehouse running into each other, and purple takes advantage. Here comes Swankler, fires one wide of the net. Rebound pops free. Purple changing. Couldn't get a body there. Morehouse tumbles, plays this one out. Back is Voigt, no icing. Voigt will hold up behind his own net. Sawicki breaks up momentarily. Konyan's at the blue line and pushed in by Black. 7:43 to go here in the first half. 3-2 purple. Black 2-on-1. Across it goes. McDonald scores. Picks the 5-hole, and we're all knotted up at 3.
That was an incredible awareness there to pick that 5-hole corner, as they would say.
John McDonald, one of the new players for this Go 4v4 league. 2 games, 2 goals. Pretty good start, I'd say.
Making an incredible debut. Weeks.
Yeah, we could go. I guess it's in a 24-hour, or not 24, a 1-week cycle.
Yeah.
I guess, because they were the last game.
Yeah. So it has not been a full 7 days.
Shot in front, and they score again. It's Nick Sawicki. And it's 4-3 Black, storming right back into this hockey game.
It's almost like the commentator's curse. We said that purple would start hot and slow down, and now they've lost a 2-goal lead, and now we're down by 1.
Jackson Kroc had the feed. Beautiful feed at that to leave Sawicki wide open. Commentator's curse striking again. Will Swankler respond? Off the draw, scores. Austin Swankler. Reverse commentator jinx times 2, and we're tied at 4.
I need to keep my mouth shut.
It's really hard to just go, oh, no, never mind.
Oh.
Is this gonna, no, that's not going to happen.
I was thinking about halfway through this game, though. Like, this is a really low-scoring game. It's only 2-1, and in the matter of a minute and a half, 4 goals have been scored.
Cole Antonio drop past the bell. Sterling down low for Kroc couldn't handle it. Black looking to also commentator jinx to strike more times to shut Andrew up. Swankler down the right wall. He'll hold, have a cross blocker save on Konyan for Kreidler. Cole Antonio puts it through center. There's Jackson Kroc. 3-on-1 Black. Kroc across. Shot by Bell. Sterling sails over the net. Now a chance for purple the other way. They got numbers at Swankler and Konyan. Swankler shot saved by Kreidler to get that one down. He was shot all the way on that one.
Despite the fact that purple has tied this game up and Black has scored a lot of goals recently, purple still in the lead in shots, 15-11. At one point, if I remember correctly, it was 13-6. So climbing back is Black in the shot department and in the score department.
Malbouf pushing Black free. It's a 2-on-0. Pad save, rebound. Mitchell couldn't put it home.
That was an incredible save there by Hale.
Down the other way, Malbouf breaks it up. Konyan storming in. Konyan between the legs, saved by Kreidler. Black pushes it out. It's Mitchell. Mitchell with some steam down the right wall. Getting back is Shimizi. Mitchell shot off the blocker of Hale. Purple to clear. Broken up. Second attempt gets to center. Konyan settles. Konyan into the zone. They got numbers. Pushing it out wide. Nolan shot. He scores. And he takes out his teammate in the process. Jack Nolan, 5-4 purple.
A lot of back and forth action there. Both goalies getting some far shots, and then both goalies getting some great breakaway saves as well. Great goaltending on both sides, but a great shot there, able to beat Kreidler.
I think we've slowly seen the competitive level kind of just go up and up more and more for every game that we do. And it's only week 2.
Yeah.
And these guys are playing like it's playoff hockey already, it seems.
I can't wait till it's actually playoffs. See what happens then.
I think compared to last year, I think you look at every team, as we have another icing, you look at every team and you say, this team could beat any team. This team could beat any team. It's very evenly balanced this year. I think last year, maybe a little bit more lopsided on one end of the spectrum. Purple had to go get some guys, maybe even it out. This year, it's all even across the board.
Yeah, the draft really helped that, I believe. Even without their first round pick, Purple has done a great job at rebuilding this team.
And second round, I think, as well, was also in that Swankler deal, if I'm not mistaken. To the point, Malbouf pushes it to the corner. Malbouf behind the net. Has Sawicki. Sawicki in front looking for a deflection. Purple breaks it up. Behind the net, Swankler. Gives it off to Smith. Puts it to center. Lewandowski is there. Black couldn't control. Into the zone comes Purple. Swankler tried to dance around Sawicki. Can't clear. Broken stick Swankler. Now Bianchin by his lonesome puts it off. And the referee now with a stick joining Purple for the time being. Morehouse trying to dance through. Eventually gets it off to Lewandowski. Lewandowski with the no shot. And pushed off by Hale.
Tried the Kucherov. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but definitely pulled off a Kucherov. Just wasn't able to get past the stick.
Here's Voigt pushing it. Looking for DeMarsico. Sawicki airmails this one. Skating down, icing called off. Bell Sterling is there. Looks to wrap it around. Broken up by Voigt. Voigt pushes it around. Gets around Kroc. Looks to dance one more time. Pushes it to the backhand. And Cole Antonio gets a piece of it. To the point, Mike DeMarsico. Around the net. Pressured by Black. Still holding on to it. To the point to Voigt. Voigt between the legs. Goes one more time. And spins and give and go with Connie. Connie behind the net has a minute 40. Michigan attempts. Not so fast. Back to Voigt. Across for Connie. DeMarsico letting that one go. Connie under his skate. Pushes it to the point. Swankler hops on. Not in time to keep it on sides. And now Swankler at the blue line dances it. Goes for Connie. Broken up by Cole Antonio. Now the other way, it's Kroc. Kroc for Black, entering into the zone. Drop pass. Bell Sterling to Kroc. And Hale, doing a little OBJ action. Reaches that one, makes a save with a minute to go.
A lot of action there in that last shift. I think 2 changes during that shift as we hit under a minute to go in this first half.
We saw Swankler broken stick, a minute break for him, and then he hopped back on.
Yeah.
Purple, seeing the time winding down, wants one more. It's Nolan. Looks to dance through McDonald. And he'll just take him all the way into the wall. Behind the net, Swankler comes out with it. Across, Nolan, save made by Kreidler. Somehow getting across on that one, robbing Nolan. And now here comes Black, all 4 of them looking to join the rush. Back is Shimizi. Behind the net, plays this one across. Settled by Smith. Forward for Swankler. Touches it into the zone. Black to retrieve. 12 seconds to go. One more rush if they can get to it. Kroc. Onto his backhand. Puts it on net. Save by Hale. And at the end of one, Purple up 5-4 on Team Black. We'll give ourselves a break. We'll be back in a moment with the second half of this hockey game. Second half of play, Purple 5, Black 4. Purple looking to hold on to a lead rather than come back from one for the first time this season. 23 minutes on the clock, here we go. Purple looking to go 2-0, Black looking for their first win of the 2024 season. Caden McCrory alongside the Andrew Keel. DeMarsico carries in. Has Mitchell over him. DeMarsico pushing in front. Morehouse getting a piece of it off the back of the net. And Kreidler getting across to make the save.
Just a pretty easy save there, able to just put his glove on top of that one. Morehouse, I think, may have wanted him to play that because there was no one around him, but the whistle and the face-off.
One back by Purple. It's Swankler, looks to dangle in. Couldn't do so, and now Morehouse drives the rush for Black. Has Goldfein with the Morehouse looking. A cross shot, saved by Hale. Purple looks to clear. Behind the net rolls DeMarsico. Sends this one into the zone. There to retrieve is Purple. Mario Smith sneaks one under Kreidler, and it's 6-4.
5 holes galore so far today. At least 4 so far this game. 5 holes are working well, and a great shot there.
Mario Smith might have the MVP of the game so far, Andrew. Just defensive play and now finally getting on the score sheet. He had 2 goals last year, already halfway there. Purple shot by Solwicki, and he pushed it wide of the empty cage.
Completely wide open. In fact, shot it behind a Hale, but it still doesn't go in.
Swankler to Smith. Back for Swankler. Behind him, Swankler will grit this one into the zone. Pushing this one out wide. Swankler firing, and that one goes wide of the net. Fort Wayne, I hope you're not watching, because you might. No, I'm joking. Swankler's a good guy. I'm not going to take that. He deserves everything that comes his way, and him getting an ECHL contract, he really does deserve it. I'm proud of him. Here's Cole Antonio. Pushes it in. Go off for Lewandowski. Back for Sawicki. Sawicki driving in, looking for vengeance. Chase Hale shuts the door.
Great save by Hale as we are just about tied on shots now. 22-23 in favor of Purple.
We'll see at the end of the game who sometimes shots from who's leading. We've seen that a couple times.
Despite Purple getting the last 2 goals, Black has caught up in shots.
Here's Voigt. Wins the battle against Cole Antonio. Pushes this one out wide. Voigt couldn't get the pass. Met by 2 players on Team Black, and now Sawicki gets caught up against the referee, pushes it out wide to Lewandowski. Lewandowski shot, glove saved by Hale, coming way out of his crease to make that save.
Great save. Although it looks like Hale wanted to play that one, maybe a little bit of a quick whistle compared to the slow whistle down at the other end for Kreidler. Don't know if that's something that'll be a trend throughout the game.
Quick whistles. And you think in close games, quick whistles are going to become more of a common thing. Schmizzy looking towards the net for Nolan. Past his stick. Now the other way. McDonald for Kroc. Too hard off the stick. Schmizzy works his way down the wing. Schmizzy out one side here. Looking for Conyan. Past him, and now McDonald the other way. He'll slow up into the zone. Has Kroc and Bell Sterling. Looks for Bell Sterling through his skates. Voigt into the zone for Purple. Pushes it towards the net for Conyan. Closing the door was Kreidler. Another A-plus chance for the top unit.
I think the story so far for Black has been missed chances, the missed wide open net, multiple missed cross-crease passes. If they get any luck on those, at least 3 that I can remember, they're in the lead.
It's all about sometimes the luck of the bounce. You'd say is Black looking to do a different tactic with 3 skaters on the ice. Now Luke Malbouf will make his way onto the ice. And sent down by Black. Morehouse, the one that was against icings, does one of his own. I think we'll take the time real quick here to send our condolences to a friend of ours at RMU, Kaylee O'J, that tragically lost her life this past weekend in a car accident. An avid member of the RMU Women's Club Hockey Team, Division II, and RMU Rowing. We send our condolences to all her friends, families, and teammates. It's going to be a rough home opener for the girls just here in a couple months. Morehouse for Black fires one. That rings off the post. There's Bell Sterling looking to dance around Purple. They'll look to maintain their lead, something we've mentioned time and time again they've struggled to do throughout the team's existence. Conyon for DeMarco. Into the zone, Swankler. Swankler to his backhand. Towards the net. Tapped in by Purple. Who else but Evan Conyon?
Hat trick goal for Conyon there, and it wasn't going to get easier than that.
Yeah, give the credit to Swankler. Beautiful spin move. On the backhand, Kreidler bites. Tap and goal. Morehouse out wide to O'Brien. Pushed in by Bell Sterling. Bell Sterling for O'Brien. Couldn't settle the pass, and now Purple storms the other way. Swankler into the zone. Swankler behind the net for Nolan in the crease. Kreidler lays down the pad to make the save.
Calgary fans going to be upset about that one. In the crease.
Really? We don't need to bring up the in the crease. Stanley Cup final just concluded. I think Calgary fans are already happy enough that their once favorite player Matt Tkachuk has a ring on his finger now.
Yeah.
Think about the Buffalo Sabres fans though. Oh. Half Florida roster was Buffalo. Speaking of Buffalo, no Zemgus Girgensson sadly this season. Maybe he'll make a guest appearance at some point, but we'd love to see him back. Towards the net, Black shot, sails wide. Sawicki pushes it behind the net. Goldfein to the point to Malbouf. Malbouf down to Goldfein. Goldfein, wide open net. Fanning on it was O'Brien.
More puck unluck for Black.
I like the rhyme there. Malbouf. Down into the corner. DeMarco all over. The back of O'Brien finally pops free. Sawicki's unluck continues. Save by Hale.
Black, I think they're definitely missing the Latvian locomotive out here this season. Down 0-1 already this season, and they're down by 3 in their second game. Could be looking at 0-2 start.
I still think they, quote-unquote, own the rights if Girgenson's was the return. So, I mean, it's not out of the picture entirely. Malbouf moves this one to center to Goldfein, one of the other rookies this season. Sawicki, a 3-year veteran, alongside him. 1, 2, 3 into the zone. Shimizi, saved by Kreidler that ends up landing in Dubas's office.
I don't know about Dubas's office, but one of the executive offices up there.
Fortunately, no friends in attendance today. They're doing something called the NHL draft.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
Christian
guess it's
Humphries
important.
is there. Maybe. We'll find out the end of the GOAT Day today, if he's here or not. If not, well, we might as well say best of luck, Christian. Hopefully, hear your name called very early in the draft, and it'll be the 3rd year in a row a Pittsburgh one player will get drafted. All 3 of them playing the GOAT League.
Yeah. Backhand
attempt taken away by Lewandowski. I know you're thinking Colian 22.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Sabota 23.
Yep.
And then Humphrey. Okay. Storming in comes Black. Shot by Kroc. Ends up off the boards behind Hale, and it bounces right to his glove to make the save.
That's the puck unluck that Black's getting and the puck luck that Purple's getting right there.
Crazy.
I may have invented a new word.
Puck luck?
Unluck.
Unluck, puck luck. You save that for the RMU season. I'm sure there'll be many happy RMU fans. Voigt into the corner, battling with Kroc. He comes out with it. Kroc looking for Lewandowski, intercepted by Swankler. He'll lead the rush for Purple. Off the stick of Lewandowski, broken up. McDonald's there to pick it up. McDonald for Lewandowski. Entering. Looks to go back. Pass broken up. Swankler for Voigt. Voigt breakaway. Voigt Puts Kreidler out of the crease. How do you do? Ty Voigt, 8-4 purple.
I mean, there's a reason that he was drafted. What an insane move to get Kreidler out of position, and don't want to put the cart before the horse, but it's looking ugly for Black now.
Voigt's first goal of his 2024 season. Had 6 of them in his only handful of games, if that, last season. Here's Jack Nolan. Looks to drop this one back. And now here comes Black looking to cut the deficit. Sawicki for Bell Sterling. Back to Sawicki, broken up by Konyan. Purple's defense has been locked down in the second period. Swankler dangling in. Backhand Kreidler. Pad save. Wanted to play it. Referee says no. 12-23.
I wouldn't say that was a quick whistle, but definitely wanted some more, a little bit more time. If he had an extra half second, I think we're seeing Black go the other way on a breakaway.
More than likely. That was good awareness by Kreidler. Just want to hold for that extra second, then boom, throw it off. Mitchell wins the Morehouse. Plays it behind the net. Bell Sterling loses it. Fanning on the first attempt was Swankler. Pushing it towards the point. Konyan gets roughed up as him and Morehouse exchange some pleasantries in the defensive zone. Now DeMarsico enters for Purple. Fires one, save made. Without a stick is Mitchell. He has to scurry to get it. Entering the zone is Black. Bell Sterling blocked away by Jack Nolan. In front. Bell Sterling off the side of the net. One more time for Morehouse. Fanned on the attempt. 3-on-1 Purple the other way. Konyan just behind the puck. They would have been offsides anyway. 2-on-1 the other way. It's Bell Sterling and Sawicki. Morehouse joining in. 3-on-1. Bell Sterling, Morehouse, back to Bell Sterling, and blocked away.
Just one too many passes there.
Smith breaks it up. Swankler for Konyan. Looks to go 5-hole. Save by Kreidler. Konyan, side of the net, pulls it behind. Wants to maybe do a little trickery with Nolan. Nolan fans on the attempt. Mario Smith walks the blue line. Into the corner for Konyan. Konyan, circle. Has 2 Black players following him. Konyan pushes it behind the net again. To the point, past Smith. It'll head all the way down. And Black can get a couple fresh legs onto the ice. Purple does as well. Smith shakes Bell Sterling. Turned over. And now in comes Black. Offsides. Still offsides. And now O'Brien can throw it to the corner. Bell Sterling setting up for Black. Across center and in. Bell Sterling. Save from Hale, and he'll cover up. 10 minutes to go. 8-4 Purple.
This is a different Purple team from last year. This is such a different team. They work so much better. They're doing so much. They're doing less and getting more out of it, if that makes sense.
Imagine this team when they do get Dane Deliak and Mike DeMarsico and Brendan Schooley and Braden. When they have a full team, this team is dangerously good. Pushed in for Purple, stuck away from Kreidler, and now Voigt settling. At the blue line, he'll turn away. Voigt dances Goldfein, pushes it out wide, shot, blocked away. Goldfein getting a piece of it. Kroc pushes it to the corner to Malbouf. Malbouf with pressure coming. Over for Goldfein. Pass comes forward to O'Brien. O'Brien down the left wing wall, pushing it back. Goldfein shot blocked by Purple. Malbouf on his backhand. Circles. Down low for O'Brien. Has Goldfein, rings one off the iron. Goldfein botting away with Shimizi. Goldfein gets it back. Pushing towards the net. Hale reaching out and pokes it off. 8.5 to go. Still a 4-goal lead for Purple. As this puck's stuck in the corner. 3 sweaters respectively on each side. Purple comes out with it. And now storming in is Shimizi. Has Voigt with him. Shimizi shot. Saved by Kreidler. Excuse me, Bianchin. And now Kreidler will play it off. Malbouf settling. Lewandowski by his lonesome. Breakaway. Saved by Hale. Read it perfectly.
Lewandowski, not the one you expect on a breakaway there as the defenseman.
Lewandowski at the blue line. Throws it down low. McDonald by himself to the backhand. Rebound. And Hale making the double pad save. Swankler enters for purple. Drop pass to Kanyan. Kanyan towards the net. Deflected wide by Voigt. Purple sends this one back to center. All purple this second half, and black trying to get something out of it. It's Cole Antonio for McDonald. McDonald across for Mitchell. 5-1 scores. Evan Mitchell cuts the deficit to 3.
It was a great chance there, and they capitalized, able to just slide that one in. I don't know if he had full control over his own body at that point. He was just spinning and able to slide that one between the legs. Hale wasn't expecting it. I don't even think he was expecting the shoot himself.
We've seen comebacks larger than this. Some storms are brewing.
By this team.
They've played down. They've came back. Can they do it again? Purple looking to hold on to a 3-goal lead. They have 7 minutes to do so. Off the back of the net, Kanyan for Voigt. Forward for Swankler. He'll enter for purple. Over for Voigt. Voigt by his lonesome. Couldn't settle. Takes this one behind the net. Voigt. Up high. Kanyan to Swankler. Beautiful give and go. Saved by Kreidler with the blocker. Lewandowski for black. Out wide to McDonald. 2-on-1. McDonald and Cole Antonio. McDonald to Cole Antonio. He scores. First career Goat League goal for Christian Cole Antonio. 2-goal deficit now for black.
One of the MVPs of the game last week, despite them not winning. A great effort last week. This week gets the assist on the first goal, gets a goal of his own to help cut this lead down to 2, and we are at 6 minutes to go.
Top guns out. Off the draw, Morehouse wins it to Sawicki. Sawicki storming in. Fires it towards the net. Morehouse's attempt stopped by Hale. Purple's going to hold on. It's going to rely on number 30 in the net.
He's done well so far. Can he hold on for the last 5.5 of pure onslaught from black?
Shots pretty much even again. Off the draw, this one into the netting. 34-33 in favor of purple. What seemingly was a lopsided game at one point has now turned in to a 2-goal game. Coming in is Nolan. Puck stripped away. Nolan gets it back. Taken away by Sawicki. Sawicki forward from Morehouse. Morehouse, the give, across. Bell-Sterling storms in. Bell-Sterling backhand whiffs on the attempt. Gets it across from Morehouse past his stick. Now purple the other way. Chopped at. Sawicki gets it back for black. Pushes it on the net for Hale. Rebound for Swankler over the net. Morehouse. Out wide to O'Brien. O'Brien storms in. O'Brien shot. Sails over the net. Couldn't settle as Sawicki the other way. Breakaway. Swankler has no one with him. He'll give it off. Swankler shot. Glove save by Kreidler. In front one more time. And bar down. Dom Shimizi. His first career Goat League goal. 9-6 purple.
It almost seemed like black gave up on that play. They had the chance. The save by Kreidler kept them in the game, but just no back check, and then able to just keep it 3-on-1 in front of the net, and then they're not gonna mess that up 3-on-1 for that long.
Many chances. You figured at some point it was going in the back of the net. Here's Bienshin storming in for purple. Across. Save made by Kreidler on Kanyan. So only 3 goals. They have 4 minutes to attempt to come back. Here's Kroc dancing in. Pushes it on net. Save made from Hale. 3:40 to go.
As we're approaching the time when the clock will stop, I believe it's 2 minutes remaining that they'll stop the clock.
It's hard to remember when these rules very seldomly happen until they happened 3 times last week, and we still can't remember. Malbouf off the face-off win, puts this one into the corner. Goldfein is there. Comes out with it, looking for Lewandowski. Pass wouldn't go. Kanyan picks it up for purple. He'll sky this one into the offensive zone. Malbouf there for Black. Shakes off the check from DeMarsico. Forward pass to Goldfing. Has Lewandowski. Goldfing. Across for Lewandowski. Save from Hale coming across with the blocker. To the point to Malbouf. Malbouf by his lonesome. Fires off the crossbar. And still in play. Malbouf again. Down low pass. Lewandowski rolls behind the net. Purple clears. Past Voigt all the way down. And icing called on Purple. Clock does stop now
Clock
at
does stop.
2:39. We're 3 seconds off. That's not bad. That's not bad.
We were only 1 second off.
Really good. Oh, good for us.
Yeah.
Good job, Billy. It's first time doing it, too. Much props. Good teaching, Andrew.
Thank you.
Goldfein behind the net. Forward shot for Croc. Stop by Hale. Now Kanyan. Slowly settling. Gives it off. Now Kanyan and Voigt. Kanyan enter. Broken up by Black. Goldfein with Purple all over him. Gets it back, clears. 2-on-0. MacDonald couldn't settle the pass. Now Voigt sends this one forward. Kanyan to give to Swankler into the corner. 2 minutes to go. 3-goal lead for Purple. Swankler. Pass interrupted by Mitchell. Mitchell trying to poke it out. Voigt keeps it in. Voigt fires one off the crossbar. Almost sneaking its way in. Swankler walks the blue line. Down low to Shimizi. Fires one. Net comes off. Black can still take it up. They do. Mitchell to McDonald. McDonald coming in. Looks to go under the pad and stop by Hale. Morehouse off the bench. Looks to dangle. Leaves it off for Cole Antonio across. And Hale making the save on McDonald. 118. Goaltender is out of the net.
This is going to be do or die. We've seen this exact scenario for Black. Less than 2 minutes, scoring, what, 7 goals or something?
Just it was something like that. Obviously less time on the clock, but also less goals to score. Sawicki takes it behind the net. In front, the shot sails over, and Black will keep it in the zone. Cole Antonio. Down low for Morehouse. Morehouse, a cross kick towards the net, and it goes in. Nick Sawicki. Hat-trick goal, and they only need 2 more to tie this one up.
2 more, 51 seconds to go. Quick math, that's only 25 and a half seconds a goal.
That's very doable. Very doable.
They scored about 5 goals in 25 seconds in that first half.
Sawicki playing on the Purple side of the zone, but Purple wins the faceoff. Swankler towards the empty cage, puts it wide. Mitchell pokes it for Morehouse. Morehouse entering for Black. Has 2 with him. Off to Bell Sterling. Across to Sawicki. Sawicki settling over for Bell Sterling. Pass runs errant. Turnover almost. Settling is Nolan. Fans on the empty cage tip. He still has it. Offsides. Purple. 31.3 to go. Yeah, I think Jack Nolan's kicking himself a little bit on that one.
Yeah. Fanned on the first shot. Second attempt to come in. And he gets beaten across the line.
To the point. Push forward. Black with a lot of bodies up there. Forward for Sawicki. Backhand save. Rebound pops free. Second, third chance. Still going around. And somehow keeping it out is Hale. Behind the net. Comes to Morehouse. Kicked across to O'Brien. Off his skate. 13 seconds to go. O'Brien looking. Shot. Saved by Hale. Clearing attempt. Purple. 5 seconds. And the throwing of the stick does not work. Void empty cage. He scores. Pops the water bottle, and that'll do it. 10-7.
10-7.
10-7 Purple. Got a little they didn't change the score right away. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Of course.
What a game, though. A lot of back and forth. In the end, Purple holds on. They are now 2-0, Andrew, for the first time in team history.
Yeah, it's a completely different team, as I said. They look so much stronger and more confident with the puck. doing a lot better work, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Maybe last the first this year.
Shots in favor of black, 46-38. As up next, we'll have Team White and Team Teal, maybe with Logan Coley, not positively, but for sure LJ Mooney. I did see him.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I saw LJ Mooney though.
I don't know.
That's still a draw.
Yeah.
We love that. And then for White, maybe, I don't think no Brandon Sloboda, so they're going to be looking for some depth scoring today, as White's looking for their first win of the season as well as Teal. So both teams looking to get their first win. It's going to be a very fun one. Andrew, you'll be on the call with that one with Billy as your caller. Your final score, Evan Connion's Team Purple takes down Team Black 10-7. We'll be back with our second of our 3 games right after this intermission.
Both goalies have the same stats.
What's that?
Both Welcome back to the UMC Mario Lemieux Sports Complex for Game 2 of the night. It is Andrew Keel alongside me, Billy Depew. We are here for white and teal. Two teams looking for their first wins on the season.
Yeah, Andrew, and I'll just put it blunt. Both of these teams just got to start playing better defense. Both teams let up 9 goals last game. They're both 0-1. And not to mention there's been a little bit of a roster shakeup for both of these teams. More specifically, the boys in teal are without, of course, the Logan Cooley for the Utah hockey team. We'll say that for now. But did get back Braxton Whitehead, who was not in the last game. However, was the first overall pick in the GOAT 4v4 draft this year.
He was the first overall pick, playing for Regina in the WHL. Played with one Connor Bedard, the future best player in the league, I'll say, in the NHL.
Yeah, and he hails from Alaska as well. The guy is just surrounded by ice. I mean, you have to kind of be decent at hockey if all that is surrounded by you is just simply ice.
We're going through all our fun facts on him now. We'll cut up more detail on those facts throughout the game as we have our goalie matchups. For teal will be Kyle McLaughlin back in net, 0-1 with a 9 goals against average. Well, that's not great. In the Go 4v4, it's not as bad as it would be in the NHL.
And it just looks bad. It was the first game, granted, against a purple team who did not and I know we said it a million times week 1. They won again today. But this purple team this year, last year, didn't win a single game. And they started off hot. 2 games in a row. Last week they put up 9. Today they put up 10. So, Kyle McLaughlin had a pretty tough matchup in week 1.
And for white, it'll be Nikita Volsky, also 0-1 with the 9 goals against average. Exact same stats for our 2 goalies heading into this game. We'll see who will get the better and get a 1 in the win column between these 2 teams. We get the pegs set in both nets as they were not done that before warm-ups. A little help there for Volsky from the ref, but McLaughlin having to do it himself.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, the GOAT League, high scoring is atypical. 23 minutes of continuous hockey, you're going to let up some goals. It's bound to happen. But defense just simply has to be played, and whether that's just by attacking more on offense or more control, whether that be the case, I'm not 100% sure, but these guys just simply got to play better defense.
As we get ready for the draw, it will be Whitehead winning the draw to start this game. Teal with possession early. Whitehead will take the puck. And his first possession in the GOAT 4v4 league as he pushed into White. Pass across, good stick lift there by Sawicki. Sent up and all the way in, 3-on-1 here for White. Huston's shot just goes wide. Kozlina behind the net. Taken by L.J. Mooney. Turns it over in the slot, though, and turned back around. Pass across, cutting in, and just going wide. Pass across the net. Shot saved there by McLaughlin. Kozlina still with it. Loses it in the corner to Edwards. Edwards going to send this around to Whitehead. Whitehead and Mooney with a 2-on-1. Pass across to Mooney. Tries to go back for Whitehead. Can't get there. Mooney with it. Going around the dots. He'll drop that back. Pass across here. Edwards. Edwards going to drop it back for Mooney. Mooney cutting in. Toe drag in. Tries to go top corner. Just misses. Huston will pick this one up and try to pass that one across the stern. But just out of his reach, and now Teal. Back on the attack, it's Cyprin. Across, back, one more chance. Can't get on in his Blair. Pass it all the way up, and here comes Ondos. Ondos with a pass option, just bounces off the stick of O'Donnell. Teal now. Passes this one up. Cyprin. Cyprin gets through one, loses his balance a little bit and goes into the net. He scores himself, but the puck does not follow him. White with a 3-on-1 in the offensive zone. Pass across, tipped away by McLaughlin. Great play there. Pass goes all the way out of the zone, picked up by O'Donnell.
Andrew, despite both teams having pretty good opportunities on their respective ends, we are still 0-0 on the shot total.
Here comes Blair. He passed this one back. Shot save there. Rebound by Blair. Save made by Volsky and covered.
Andrew, I really like what Braxton Whitehead did to start off this game. No shots to get anything out of it, but I got to tell you, he came out the door swinging in his GOAT 4v4 debut. He came out really hot, pushed into the White territory, almost had a shot on net, and almost also had a one-timer as well a couple of possessions ago. They got to have those opportunities. They have had those opportunities. They just have to convert.
O'Brien's going to send this one up into the center. Pushing in is Huston. Huston moving in. Shot goes off the crossbar and into the netting.
Man, you know, a lot last week. We saw a lot of shots off the iron, a few today. Man, the one that got away.
A lot of puck unluck in that last game for Black. Puck unluck starting already here for White. Moving forward is Teal. Kuzma. Going to pass this one back to Pendo. Pendo tries to go across. Intercepted and sent back in and picked up by Pendo once again. Pendo with all over him up to Whitehead. Whitehead over to Edwards. Edwards going to drop it back. Cutting across the FedEx logo but turned over. O'Brien now. 3-on-2 developing for White. Pass across. One more chance. Blocked in front by Pendo. Whitehead with it. He's going to come up the near boards. Going to keep it himself. Through the legs in front. Save made. Rebound. Save again by Volsky. Great couple of saves there.
Yeah, and again, Volsky, way to be in the net, but Braxton Whitehead, again, showing you why he was the first overall pick in the draft pool this year. Great puck control. Got in front of the net, but again, great saves. A couple saves there from Volsky on that possession.
Mooney gonna win the draw into the corner. Moving around, still with it, just misses the net. He had everything with him.
The control as well, unbelievable from LJ Mooney, and that one was close.
Great tip of chance there by Cyprin. Great keep by George, but turned right over. George gonna pick it up. He's gonna send it across to Cyprin. Cyprin up to Mooney, kicks it to himself, goes all the way to the boards. Mooney showing off the wheels. Cyprin into the slot, no one there. Mooney will eventually pick it up, tries to send it in front off his own skate though. Stern fighting with it. Stern's gonna send this one up. And across, shot, save there. The first one of the game from McLaughlin. Rebound popped up and save.
Andrew, you mentioned it not too long ago. Teal is by far the fastest team in this league. When you take a look at their roster, just the guys that are made up, led by LJ Mooney, just a few other guys. Quinn McKenzie, for example, who hasn't got a whole lot of ice time tonight, is also a very, very fast player. Also the addition, of course, and that's a goal for White.
As that one, a backhanded shot, goes in, I believe, from Ondos. Hard to tell the 8 from the 9 with the jersey tuck, but I believe that will be Ondos.
Oh,
he will get his first.
Gosh darn jersey tuck. Anyway, yeah, that's an opportunity you got to have. White's been wanting it. Obviously, the shot totals don't reflect it. 7-3 Teal. But White's going to get it. And like I just mentioned, Teal, they gotta get something going here. Obviously, both of these teams are winless, as that's a nice. Both of these teams are winless coming into week 2. But we know that both of these teams are uber talented, especially the Teal team.
Yeah, missing, of course, Logan Cooley, the only NHLer in the Go 4v4 League this year. But having a couple top-tier players along, still back behind him. As that one goes towards the net, poked away by McLaughlin. That one's going to be sent up to number 14, who we don't have on our roster. He's going to move in, gets poked off the puck. Big body there by the defenseman Huston. Scrum forward along the boards, going to be sent up and picked up here by Pendo. Pendo tries to pass it, gets deflected. 14 now with it. He's going to send this one further up. Kuzma. Kuzma tries for the drop, but intercepted there by Caron. Sent all the way up. Great interception there by Edwards. Edwards moving in. Backhand, forehand, he scores. Jack Edwards lights the lamp, and it's back to tied.
Oh, Jack Edwards with an absolute beauty backhand there. That was just a work of art. They finally got a little bit of control going. White hasn't done a very good job. Teal's been all over the place with this puck. Not there, though. Jack Edwards with the backhand knots it up 1-1.
Kuzma back in his own zone, sends that one across to Edwards. Edwards passes it up once. Blair's going to send it in. Edwards holding it along the boards. Going to send this one around to Stern in the white jersey. Stern going to send this one all the way up. A breakaway here for White. In. Goes between the legs. It's Connor Ripstein. And it's 2-1 White.
I don't really know how he found his way in there, but I'll tell you how it got down there. It all started off the twig of Tyler Stern. Great control mid-ice and was able to find the other man down there for a beautiful 5-holer. White takes the lead.
Mooney's going to try and take exception to that. Carries that one in the offensive zone. Leaves that one back for Edwards. Edwards down to Whitehead. Whitehead moving it around. Takes a tumble. Able to knock the puck down while laying down. But it's going to make it back to White to O'Brien. O'Brien's pass intercepted, but it will make it all the way to Ripstein. Back to Stern. Stern's shot save made. Rebound in front for Ripstein is saved. Mooney will take that one from McLaughlin. Up is the Teal team. This is Whitehead moving in at the circle. Tries to get around Stern. Can't do it. Whitehead will send it back. Shot, and he scores! What a shot there. That one, I believe, by Nick Cyprin. And it is back to tied.
Yeah, Nick Cyprin, he had 2 goals last week. He's going to make it 3 on the season. Braxton Whitehead, with great puck control down in the left corner there, was able to find Nick Cyprin for an easy wrister there, one-on-one with the Tendy. We're all knotted up 2-2.
Here is Pendo. Pendo going to pass this one up. George. George's shot deflected and wide. Sawicki moving in. He will lose it. Bodied off the puck. Picked up again by Sawicki. Sent down to Ondos. Ondos will send it all the way around. We picked up by Sawicki again. Mooney. Dancing in. Sent across. Shot just goes high. Incoming. It's Kozlina. Kozlina in. Almost gets taken down. It's going to be picked up here by Dane Ramirez. We do have a number change that we were figuring out. Number 12 is not Pendo today. It will be Dane Ramirez. 14 is Pendo. And here is Pendo with Mooney on a 2-on-0. Shot, and he scores! Caden Pendo. And he will make it 3-2 in favor of Teal.
Yeah, just the aforementioned Pendo. You know, there was a number change. We had no idea who he was, but early on, Pendo had really good puck control. I noticed that from the get. Was able to move the puck early on in these first 10 minutes or so of the game, and he was able to snatch one there and give Teal a 1-goal lead.
Back, it will come to Stern. Stern moving in, glove save there.
Yeah, and White, again, they're just going to have to do a better job of responding off of Teal's inability to move the puck. Obviously, Teal is winning this game, but again, there are such high expectations for this Teal team. Logan Cooley or not, this is still a very talented roster.
White moving in, tried to poke that one wide. Was Acklin, won't make it to him. All the way back to Huston. Huston holding, back to Acklin. Acklin gets around one, back to the point to Stern. Stern across, shot save, and it goes in. Deflected off of McLaughlin and in. That will be Cal Huston, and it's back to tied.
Have a little bit of an old school shootout here. It's now 3-3. Great puck movement in Teal zone there for White. Great patience overall. And yeah, too much for Kyle McLaughlin to get to. Too much space to cover. 3-3 is our score.
Able to get most of it, but most of it is not all of it. And if you don't get all of it, it could go in. Stern will pass that one across to Huston. Huston back to Stern. Stern moving in. Stern behind the net. with the plaid socks on. Stern across, just goes wide.
Interesting look there with the plaid socks, but you got to respect it for sure.
Kuzma moving in. He'll get around the defender in front. Covered save there by Volsky. I don't think he was ready for that one.
No, and neither was I. I thought, you know, when you see that puck taking the trajectory it was going, there's no way you think that's an actual shot. Great heads-up play there from Volsky. Ben Kuzma almost snuck one in for his second goal of the year.
Whitehead on the draw will win it, I guess. A weird face-off play there for Teal. Works in their favor. Whitehead picks it up in the corner. Got two on him. It's going to be picked out of the corner there by Cyprin. Here comes White. Cutting in. Across, back one more time. One too many. Getting in the way there was Blair. Moving up is Teal. Great block there by O'Brien on the pass across. Puck makes its way to the net, but turned over behind the net in front. Great save there by Volsky. That time on Edwards. Edwards with the puck. Sends it across. Can't hit Whitehead's stick. Whitehead will flip it over his fellow 11. And now taken down, no call, and cleared by Ripstein. Picked up here by O'Brien. 2-on-2 developing. Offside was the call. Thought they weren't going to call it for a second, but a definite offsides there.
Oh, dear. What am I talking about, dear? For definite offsides call there on White. A little bit of a missed opportunity for White as well. That last possession, one too many shots there for White. I believe Carter Williams, who does not have a goal yet this year for GOAT, had an opportunity to pretty much just take that shot himself, but did intend to make that extra pass, just did not get through. That's going to cost him for sure.
Whitehead moving in, going to pass this one across. Losing it there was George, and now White on the rush. Sends it. Ondos. Ondos in, just goes over the head. McLaughlin didn't see that one coming. Back to the point. O'Donnell's shot. Rebound just tapped wide. Ramirez now sends that one over. Stern intercepts. Stern back to the close boards. Into the slot. Deflected away. Shot across all the way. And it goes in. Tyler Stern will get his first career GOAT 4v4 goal. And it is 4-3 White.
Yeah, Andrew, and it's a good one, too. Great positioning there from Tyler Stern. Right place, right time. Hooked it in on the left side of the net behind McLaughlin. Easy goal there, 4-3 White.
He had it wide open, had enough time to take a minute, and didn't have to take that shot as quick as probably some people would have. But he had the time and able to aim that one perfectly.
Yeah, the way Kyle McLaughlin's been playing, though, obviously the score doesn't necessarily represent it. He has been very good this season, though.
Ramirez's shot goes way wide. Mooney picks it up at the blue line. He's going to dance the blue line now. Still with it. Leaves it for Ramirez. Ramirez tries to find the way across. Can't get the pass across. Huston leaves it for Carone. Carone tries to hit Acklin, but it's blocked by Whitehead. Whitehead has too many white bodies on top of him. He can't get the pass all the way down. Will eventually make the pass. And moving in is Kuzma. Kuzma walking in. Shot saved there by Volsky. And a whistle.
Yeah, Andrew, Teal has to keep the pressure on. As I mentioned time and time again, this team has had really high expectations coming into this year, especially before the season started, right before the season started, actually. They traded for the quote-unquote rights to Logan Cooley, who is not here, but they were able to do that again because they're so talented.
Huston, 3-on-1. Huston's shot just goes high and wide. Pendo will pass that one up to Mooney with speed and space in between the legs. L.J. Mooney splits the legs of Nikita Volsky, and it's back to tied.
It really is a treat watching L.J. Mooney just go to work. I mean, he's got the total package. He's fast, he's really smooth on the ice. It's really hard to get a good eye on him, really track him, and he was able to slide a backhander in there to tie this game up.
And now Teal once again off the draw. Sent in by Blair. All the way around. Who's going to come up with it? It will be Teal, I believe, gets possession. Edwards behind the net to Blair. Blair can't get the pass down, and here comes White. Moving in. Back to the slot, just poked away. It's going to be picked up by Cyprin. Cyprin over, and now a 2-on-1. Pendo muscles off one. Pass across, and that one's going to go in. A zone player takes out the goalie. I believe Edwards is pointing that it went in off of O'Donnell. But I think we're going to give that one to Jack Edwards for now. We may change that later.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Edwards, perfect positioning there. Caden Pendo, I believe, was the one that made that cross in front of the crease. And just a big boy play. I mean, it's just a big boy play there from Pendo. Shrugged the guy off, was able to make a great pass into the zone, and obviously resulted in a goal and now a lead.
Sawicki picks it up on the far boards. Has two on him. Gets it down to the corner. In the slot, shot, and he scores. Sean O'Donnell, the captain of Team White, ties this game up at 5.
Yeah, Sean O'Donnell that was actually his first goal on the year, I believe. And it was a tough save there for McLaughlin. Screened by multiple players, especially his own teammates. Just got a bad track on the puck, and that resulted in now a 5-5 draw.
Teal going to take this one, take their time a little bit here. Ramirez sending it across to Edwards, back to Ramirez. One more pass, shot, save there by Volsky. Ramirez with it on the close board, sends it all the way across, no one there but Stern. Stern wraps it around. He will carry, sends it all the way up to Kozlina. Kozlina moving in, shot on goal, save there by McLaughlin. Thought about playing it, ended up not.
Yeah, didn't play it there. You could argue that he definitely could have at least tried to find someone in White on his own team, possibly with a cross to the other side of the net there. But regardless, they're going to keep possession because McLaughlin did freeze the puck, and now Kozlina is going to take the face-off for White.
Whitehead with a great steal there. Teal's now going to have a 2-on-1. Not able to stay on side is Kuzma, though. Whitehead just a step too slow.
Yeah, that was a close one there. Ben Kuzma tried to drag the back leg. It really was a close call. As you mentioned, though, Braxton Whitehead just a step behind. And now White has possession.
Stern moving in 3-on-1 for White off the bat. Save there, and a glove save made by McLaughlin as he knocks off the net trying to jump to make a glove save.
Yeah, those are like, oh, dude, you're a little extra. Marc-Andre Fleury, very extra player at times. But there's just sometimes, you gotta do what you gotta do. He doesn't see that puck. It bounces off the back of his net. Then he looks like a total doofus. So good play there by Kyle McLaughlin.
Mooney from behind his own net. Look at the speed. Look at the hands. He's going to move in. Has one to beat. We'll get it to Morehouse. Whitehead taken down. And there will be a power play for Teal as Whitehead taken down away from the puck to begin with, as Stern will head to the box for 1 minute.
Yeah, and rightfully so. That definitely was a penalty that could have ultimately ended up in as a goal. I think they got the better end of things. White did with the power play there, but no, that started with LJ Mooney, as you mentioned. Great hands, great speed, was able to make a pass across and ultimately draw that penalty there.
Ramirez, Whitehead, Mooney, and Kuzma on the ice for Teal for this power play. Kuzma with it. He will hold at the bottom of the circle, spins. Sends it down to Whitehead. Whitehead up to Mooney, bounces over his stick. Ramirez now with it as they try and re-enter the zone up to Kuzma. Kuzma will push in. Might have been offside there on Mooney. Taken down. Whitehead with it now. Whitehead's shot just goes wide. Great curl and drag shot there. Whitehead tries to leave it back. He will eventually get it back from the white defender. Huston with it. He will clear it down. Ramirez on the chase. McLaughlin out of his net to get there. 14 seconds on the power play. They got to hurry if they want one. Pass this one up. Pendo tries to hit Whitehead just out of reach. Ramirez with a great job there defensively. Pendo with it. Even strength action now. Pendo moving in. He has Mooney. Great defensive play there by O'Brien. Sent in front. Mooney's shot. Great save there by Volsky getting across to stop the Mooney shot. As that one's going to be cleared. The white bench going crazy for the penalty kill. 4 seconds. McLaughlin going to try and do an airmail pass up to Mooney, but not enough time for the shot as the period has expired.
Man, Andrew Teal had themselves an opportunity there for a minute. You know, that you could argue that's the best special teams group in this entire GOAT 4v4 league. And we're not able to get it done. I got to say, Volsky there, about 25 seconds left or so, had a phenomenal save. I believe it was with his shoulder. Just this close from it being a goal. And good thing it wasn't. And now we have a good second half upcoming, knotted up at 5.
We will be back in 90 seconds for the second half. We are back for the second half as the rain hits the ceiling. We made that comment.
Oh, it's coming down here at the Mario Lemieux Sports Complex. Yeah, sorry. Jeez. Rain caught me a little off guard there.
As we get ready for the second half of action here in the second game. Teal's going to win the draw. Pendo will send it across. Moving up to Mooney. Looking to cut this deficit. Mooney cutting in. All the way behind the net. He will lose the puck. Great play there by O'Brien. He's going to pass that one up to Sawicki. Sawicki's shot gets tipped and way wide. Picked up by Blair. Blair up to Mooney. Mooney moving in. Makes a move. Behind the net in front. Who's got it? It's going to be picked up by Blair. Blair loses the puck. White's going to pick this one and go the other way. O'Brien leading the rush. Shot there. Hits the crossbar. It's going to come all the way back to Huston.
Andrew, I think the key for Teal really is just going to be, and then there was a bit of a yick there, and they're going to get him for it.
It will be Blair that's going to go to the box, but a breakaway here for White. And great save there by McLaughlin. That time on Kozlina. No, my mistake, O'Donnell.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, down on the other end here, it's going to be a penalty on number 2. That's going to be Aaron Blyer, who does not have a goal yet in the GOAT 4v4 League of 2024. But what I was going to say before he rudely interrupted me, was just simply the fact that, and wait, hold on a minute. White's playing with
no goalie for this power play. That is a bold strategy, as they're going to go 5-on-3 for at least a minute. in front. Save there by McLaughlin. That caught me off guard. I was waiting for the too many men call. Pass across. Into the slot, just goes wide. Ondos leaves it. Carone. Carone's shot down to Ondos' shot. Save made, rebound, and it goes in. A lot of people in front. Didn't see who got the last whack. I don't know if you did.
I did not, but I'll tell you one thing. That's a very aggressive play from White, pulling the tendy and playing 5-on-3. That is super aggressive, and I'm a big fan of that, as they're going to send Volsky back. And what do we got going on here?
A lot of yelling.
But yeah, as I mentioned.
Teal put another guy on. The penalty does not expire.
Oh, correct. That's right. The penalty does not expire. Great save there from McLaughlin.
Whitehead looking to go up on the short-handed. Passes this one up. In alone. Leaves it. Save made there on Kuzma. Great play there by Volsky.
Yep, Volsky gets pulled for that last special teams unit. They play 5-on-3. They score. Great. Get back in net. Make a big play there. White's going to have pretty much 1 second left, and that power play is over.
Whitehead behind the net. As we do get confirmation on the last goal, it will be number 8, Sean O'Donnell, who gets the goal, his second of the game for White.
I mean, yeah, we never see 5-on-3 here, so it did indeed catch us off guard. That's why we were having trouble finding that number there, but O'Donnell with a great backhander there amidst all that chaos for White.
Whitehead fighting for it along the boards. Leaves it off. And now keeping it is Ondos, and he's going to do a great job of keep away. Passes it off to Stern. Stern moving up. He'll pass it along. That'll somehow make its way past Whitehead and down to the stick of Williams. Williams gives it off. Backhand shot there from Ackland goes wide. Stern with it. Lots of teal bodies down below him. Taken down is Whitehead, but it will be picked up here by Cyprin, who will just hold. Letting both sides change.
You got to get your best player back on the ice. LJ Mooney off the ice for too long, and here he goes.
Poked through there. Mooney flips it over. Out of the crease heavily was Volsky on that poke check.
Yeah, Mooney wanted something there, and you can't blame him. Volsky was a bit out of his crease.
Pendo across to Whitehead, can't stay on his stick. Great play there defensively by Whitehead to not let White take advantage. Pendo, though, going to mess with it. Up to Mooney. Mooney now. Pushing forward, shot above the net, goes wide. Turned over and picked off. And now scrum for it, and now it's picked up by Pendo. Pendo moving in, shot, save made, rebound, can't get a handle on it. Pendo sends it back to the point. Waits, fires, he scores! L.J. Mooney ties the game back up, and we've got a pair of 8s with 2 goals.
Yeah, our make-believe sportsbook line was at 2.5 for L.J. Mooney before this game. He has 2 so far, correct?
Yeah, that's his second.
Well, he's got 17 minutes and 25 seconds to cover that over, I got to tell you. But no, in all seriousness, that was a great play. You talk about his hands all the time. That's probably his best trait, how easily he moves with the puck. And just some guys have that trait of concentration in tight spaces. A lot of guys don't. He definitely does. Beautiful finish there from L.J. Mooney.
Pendo sends that one all the way and out of the zone. George going to pick it up and give it to Mooney. Mooney can't get the pass, hits the ref.
Zebra.
Moving in is White, tries to go 5-hole save made by McLaughlin. Digging at it was O'Donnell looking for his 3rd straight.
Yeah, an unfortunate bounce there from Teal. The referee did indeed get in the way. Hey, it's not his fault. Just don't pass it there. White tried to convert down on the other end. The shot total has pretty much flipped. White was leading for most of that first period with the shot total. Now they're down 26-20. But ultimately, that doesn't matter at the moment because the game is tied 6-6.
Great play there. Flips it up to Blair. Blair moving in. Shot just goes wide. Had a great opportunity. Poked forward by Edwards, just past the reach of Blair. Unable to get a hand on that one.
And a nice little bar there. Great play there. Flipped up by Blair. Wide.
Great interception. Here comes Cyprin. Moving in. Holds, waits, and it's going to go in. Tucks it under the pad. And it's Nick Cyprin who gives the lead back to Teal.
Yeah, almost just like what happened to Teal down on the other end. An unfortunate bounce off of the referee. White with a pass unfortunately gets in the way of Nick Cyprin, and he's able to take it down on the other end and give Teal off the backhander a 1-goal lead.
Here is Cyprin with it again. He's got a 3-on-1 just out of the reach of Kuzma, though. He's going to send it back in front for Cyprin, looking for the hat trick. He can't bury it. White looking to get the lead back. It's Ondos. Ondos going to pass it all the way across into the slot. Then shot goes wide from Kozlina. In front just goes wide. Cyprin on the chase. He will be the first person to it. Leaves it, though, and picked up by Kuzma. Kuzma with Whitehead, poked away by Ondos. Great play there. Whitehead with it. He's going to back into the central ice. And back to Ramirez. Ramirez will pass this one up. Cyprin. Cyprin with it. Fans on the initial pass. Keeps it, though. Cyprin will send it behind to Whitehead. Whitehead will pick it up in front of the Rita's logo. Whitehead moving around. Can't pull the trigger. And now White with a 3-on-1. It's led by Kozlina. Kozlina shot, save made, rebound, blocked in front by McLaughlin, didn't know where it was. And the rebound gets buried by Anthony Carone.
Yeah, I mean, tough break there for Kyle McLaughlin. He's been all over the place tonight. Anthony Carone, just an easy tap in there. Is that his first goal of the night?
That's his first of the night, his second of the season. That'll go all the way to Volsky off the draw. Huston with it. He will hold and carry. Up is Huston. Mooney guarding him. Huston will go behind the net. A lot of bodies. Now sends it behind. Into the slot. Stern shot. Rebound. Unable to find it. Whitehead can't get a handle on that one, as that one will get flipped back in by Huston.
Tell you what, Andrew, Team White loves their one-timers. They've set up quite a few, and no, none of them have gone in, but they have created a ton of second-chance opportunities, just like the one a few possessions ago.
Whitehead shot, save made, rebound covered by Volsky. That is a dangerous 2-on-1. Mooney and Whitehead on a 2-on-1. Unlucky to capitalize there.
Yeah, two of the brightest stars in this league. You could argue two of the best players in this league if you ignore the fact that Logan Cooley exists. But no, seriously, regardless, you are correct. Especially any 2-on-1 with Logan or LJ Mooney is definitely dangerous. And despite the score being 7-7, I believe Volsky's handled Team Teal pretty well, and the net's going to move a little bit there.
Play on. Stern tries to get it back there. Pendo holds. Now a shot into the netting by Ribstein, as that one was a good bounce there for Stern.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of powerful wristers, this White team, whether that be off the 1T, whether that be from, hell, even all the way out at the blue line. It doesn't matter. Those shots are creating more opportunities, and they need to continue to do that. That's the reason why all 22 shots that they have taken so far have been really good shots, and that's the reason why this game is tied up at the moment.
Mooney moving forward. He will hold. Send in front. Can't find it. Taking a tumble is Blair before it's picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien's going to circle around as we hit the 12-minute mark, halfway through this second half. Around there. In shot save made by McLaughlin. O'Brien sends that one back to Sawicki. Sawicki back to O'Brien. O'Brien with George on him. Great chance there for Teal, but just a good reach by O'Brien to keep that one, and now it's going to go over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell to the slot. And great play there by George to get that out.
Andrew, I know this Teal team is really fast. You mentioned that a lot. This is probably the fastest team in the entire league, but I'd like to see them get a little bit more possession. White has definitely won that battle, and there's a wide open wrister, no good. As I mentioned, White has had a lot of and majority control in this second half of possession.
Great poke check there by Cyprin. And now Teal coming on the attack. It's Kuzma. Kuzma moving in. Rebound was there, but no one able to get a full shot on it. As now White heading back. O'Donnell with it. He's going to leave that one into the slot. The shot save made and swallowed by McLaughlin.
Yeah, Jack O'Brien with the wrister attempt there. Again, White doing a really good job of peppering the net here in the second half. Shot totals don't reflect it. Again, Teal still winning marginally in that department, but I do feel like White have taken a lot of good shots and have used the most out of those opportunities, and they're waiting to get one here.
Jay O'Brien right by us. Just went back to the locker room. Don't know what that's about, but moving. Teal's going to turn that over. Moorhead, or my mistake, Whitehead. A lot of heads in this GOAT League. That one's going to be passed up. Shot, save made. Pass that all the way up, and here is Pendo alone. Leaves it, and he scores! Caden Pendo scores.
Yeah, Caden Pendo, you know, I mentioned it early on. He's done a really good job controlling the puck, has had some quality shots on net, and really just made Nikita Volsky just look stupid there. One-on-one opportunity, and he buries it, and that's going to give Teal the lead for a much-needed goal.
Mooney to Pendo. Pendo tries to go back to Mooney, almost deflected in off his own player. Could have been the hat trick there for Pendo.
Yeah, good heads-up play there from Volsky. That almost took a really bad bounce into his own net as we reset down in White's end.
And from Mooney across, save made on Pendo, rebound, can't get anything. Volsky was laying on the ice and they couldn't lift it over.
He thought it went in.
Ackland cutting in, fans on the shot, rebound in front, and it goes in. That one's going to be Shane Kozlina as he will score to retie this game once again.
Yeah, and Kozlina just pretty much has caused a 2-goal swing there. The way, if you look at it that way, Teal had an opportunity down here. Volsky had no idea that it went in. He put his head down. He was a little upset. He let that get past him to no avail. No goal.
Whitehead to George. George in, save made, rebound, Whitehead poked away by Volsky, diving out of his crease. Stern moving up. Stern passes this one back, barely stays onside, turned over to George. George to Mooney. Mooney flips that one to Whitehead. Whitehead moving in, shot, fans on the shot. Volsky was way out of his net. Whitehead still with it. Going to send that one across into the corner. Mooney's going to get there. Bad angle shot. Had a chance to deflect off Ramirez, but it goes the wrong way. Back to the point. Shot there. Rebound by Mooney. Mooney tries to send it back across to Blair. Blair back to Mooney. Mooney holding. Waiting. Tries to go across, and it goes in. LJ Mooney's going to get it off a deflection from a White stick. LJ Mooney will score. He's not going to celebrate that one, obviously, because the real goal scorer's name is Cal Huston in White.
Yeah, I'm a little upset because my ticket is dead now. It's dead. I took the under. I shouldn't have took the under. The ref almost eats the ice there. But no, it's all about control. And LJ Mooney has to be on the ice for the majority of this 6:50 left to go in this game if they want a chance to keep this lead alive.
Volsky going to flip that one up. O'Brien. He will carry. Has options. Moving in, passes back, no one there, but it will make its way to a White stick and to the back of the net, and it goes in. That will be Jack O'Brien to re-tie the game, and we are tied again.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. I think he went in the locker room and took a dump. And I think he came back out and he just scored a goal.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes to go, that is a huge goal for White. Needless to say, this is going to be a close game.
If I'm not mistaken, no team has had a lead higher than 2.
No, and, you know, just the pregame stats alone would have told you that this would have been a close game, and what an opportunity here.
Shot there, save made. There's a glove on the ice. As that one's going to be flipped all the way down. McLaughlin will play it. He'll pass that one up. Moving in. Cyprin holds. Tries to get around one, can't do it. He will pick up the puck next, though. Cyprin holding, down in front. Playing, I don't even know what he was playing with himself. Keeping it up in the air. He's doing keep-ups with a soccer ball with his stick.
Yeah, and they're going to reset because the net moved a little bit, I believe, or high stick, one or the other. Regardless, Andrew, I don't know if you're noticing this like I am, but I feel like the speed and intensity of both of these teams has picked up drastically, especially the speed. You can see guys really flying around here with just 5 minutes to go. Both of these teams winless so far. Winless in week 1, looking to get one in week 2.
Cyprin hands that one off to Edwards. Edwards around to Cyprin. Cyprin shot over the net, I believe. May have gotten a piece of it with Volsky. Pendo with it. Pendo spinning like a top, and he'll send this one in. O'Brien. Over to Carone. Carone gets around one, but can't get around Pendo. Pendo will flip that one up. Mooney with a great block. He's got Ramirez with him. And he won't go there as he fakes the pass at LJ Mooney. What a move as he gets Volsky going to side. He slips it in past the post.
I mean, even from up here, that got my neck. I was like, dude, what are you doing? It honestly looked like he kind of fanned on the puck there, but you called it. The fake pass there got right past Volsky there, and Teal has the lead, 10-9 with 3:55 to go.
Ondos will send that one across. Couldn't find a stick. Mooney will pick it up. Pendo. Pendo back to Ramirez. Ramirez will lose it. Ramirez sends it all the way in. Volsky will pick this one up and leave it behind the net for Huston. Huston powers past Mooney. Loses it. Ramirez. 2-1-0. Ramirez and Mooney. Ramirez's shot. Blocker save there. Couldn't do the same thing they did the other way around. Here comes White. Kozlina in. Drops it. Back to Kozlina. Can't get a full hand on it. And he fans on it. Here comes George. Wyatt George moving in. Has Whitehead. And he will find him in the corner. Whitehead pushing around. Loses it. And it's going to be picked up. Williams. With just 3 minutes to go. To Huston. Huston loses it. Teal pushes it away. White's going to pick it back up, though. It's Stern. Stern holding. Goes across the FedEx logo. Shot. Glove save by McLaughlin. As Teal has really ramped up the shots.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've been peppering here these past few minutes. You gotta wonder, 2:34 left to go. How much longer White is going to wait to pull Volsky?
As we do have a stopping clock. I believe it's in the last 3 minutes. I think that's what we figured out. As a great steal there by Cyprin with a 3-on-1 for Teal. Cyprin across. Waits, fires, and he scores! What a shot there for Ben Kuzma from the dot. And it's 11-9 in favor of Teal.
You don't read it the other way. Yeah, no, Ben Kuzma with an absolute ripper there. That might have done it, but hey, in the GOAT 4v4 league, 220 is a lot of time for sure. And the way White has played so far, especially in this second half, I think they're more than capable in these last 2 minutes to put up 2 goals.
Here comes Kuzma again. Shot, save made. As the goal from Kuzma, I don't think we will never forget.
Oh, man, it's rough. But if White wants to come back, they can't let this happen. They got to win the face-off here.
Picking it up, Kuzma. Kuzma holding, sends it down. Blair, shot, save made by Volsky. He'll play it. Ribstein will pass this one up to Stern as Volsky leaves. Stern moving in across, tipped away there by Edwards. Picked up by Ondos. Ondos with a stick all around him. He'll keep possession though, sends it in, high shot. Save made by McLaughlin. Great save, but a high stick, so it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Oh,
133.
White's pretty much just this possession. If they don't score here, I'd pretty much call game as the clock dripped a few extra seconds there. I would probably have to say 134 was where I would have stopped the clock.
We stopped our clock at 35.
Yeah, so just
As this will come all the way down.
Wow.
And White's not going to put Volsky back in, so a face-off win will be huge here for Teal.
Yeah, you think? I mean, I would agree. Yeah, no 10D in. White's going to bring another man on. They have to win this face-off.
As we have Ribstein playing net for White right now. White will win the draw, luckily. O'Brien will carry. He makes his way in, passes over to Kozlina. Kozlina down to O'Brien. O'Brien in front, they score! Sean O'Donnell makes it a one-goal game again. It's 10-11 in favor of Teal.
Just like I mentioned a minute ago, 2 minutes is a lot of time, especially with the clock stopping inside that 3 minutes. 11-10. We got a close one here, folks.
That was the hat-trick goal for the captain, Sean O'Donnell. 1:11 to go. Ribstein sends this one up. Mooney intercepts, but turned right back over. Holding is Kozlina. Sent across. Can't pull the trigger is O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Stern. Stern moves it down. Shot. Save made there. Rebound in front. Will they find it? Stern shot. They score! It's tied at 11. Tyler Stern has tied the game.
Woo! And we got a man down on the Teal side. I can't tell if he's a little banged up or he's just simply upset. I think he'll be okay.
I think he's upset.
Nonetheless, Tyler Stern, oh man, bottom down, left-handed corner, beautiful shot there. Through all the chaos, was able to find a wrister there. That's been the MO for this White team. What has kept them in it? We got 47 seconds left to go.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but hopefully we can get some more hockey. This game has been electric.
Absolutely.
Moving up. Here's O'Brien. Moving in. Gets around one. Shot across. Can't bury it. It's picked up by Pendo. Pendo loses it. He's going to leave it for Mooney. 28 to go. Mooney cutting in. Gets around Stern. Tries to go for the wraparound, but cut off behind the net. Stern pokes it around. He'll send it up. We got a 2-on-1. Ribstein. In. Shot. Save made by McLaughlin. Rebound goes wide. Sent across into the slot for Stern. Stern in front. Save made by McLaughlin. No goal. And then it's going to go in with 3 seconds to go.
Man.
That's Anthony Carone, the massacre in front. And Carone will bury it with 3 to go.
Anthony Carone. He has played cleanup a few times so far in this game, and man, look at Teal. Extremely disappointed there, giving up a goal with 3.5 seconds to go. Man.
I did it. I jinxed it.
Yeah.
Once again.
You suck, dude. You're horrible.
The jinx hits once again. Hit about 4 times last game for me, as that's going to be the game. White wins the thriller. 12-11 the final score. What a game.
Yeah, I mean, what a game indeed. Both sides really picked it up with that last 5 minutes or so. Arguably some of the best hockey I've ever personally seen in the GOAT 4v4 league. Listen, Teal, I think, lost that battle in the second half alone. Possession really was all White. Got a couple goals to go their way, Teal did, and we're able to go up as many. I believe only 1 goal, so not as many. But regardless, White comes away with their first win. They're 1-1, and Teal, again, a team that we had such high expectations for coming into the season. Start off 0-2.
Yeah, see if they can rebound next week. It'll be a tough week as they definitely, I believe, feel like they should have won that game. Up 2 with a minute left, and you lose it with 3 seconds to go. An unfortunate one. McLaughlin did everything he could in that last couple seconds.
Yeah, and it's just the crazy part is like this Teal is just such a question mark at times because you really don't know who's going to be on the ice for them. You know, last week they had Logan Cooley. This week they did not have Logan Cooley. However, they brought back the first overall pick in the GOAT 4v4 draft in Braxton Whitehead from Regina. It's really all over the place, and Teal's just gonna have to find some consistency regardless of who's on the ice.
That will be it for Game 2. The barn burner, it was an incredible game. 12-11 the final score. White takes down Teal. We will be back in about 13 minutes, maybe a little longer, for Red versus Green. Evan Smith will be on the call with Caden McCrory. We will be back for that game shortly.
And welcome back for game number 3, red versus green, for the final match of the evening. And Caden, I wasn't here last week. What did you see out of these two teams?
Well, green continues their undefeated regular season streak. Very good performance out of them. Of course, not having the Coolies makes a little bit of a difference, but some guys like Colby Saganook, Carter Shade, your friend, of course, Penn State, definitely picked up the slack. And Zach Ferris, phenomenal game out of him, the Johnstown Tomahawk product.
Yep.
Only 3 goals against him.
Yep, obviously looking back at last year, a couple of the names that jumped out were Saganook, Simcoe, and Hertzberg. I just throwing off some highlights. Those are 3 of those names that you don't forget. And over on the red side, Alex Cervano, another Penn Stater that I've seen play, and he's got some skill on him that he doesn't fully show on 5-on-5. But also we see with guys like Carter Shade, they play almost a completely different game 4-on-4, where he's got more of an offensive impact. So we'll see if it's the same way coming out of Cervano.
It's going to be hard here, Evan. Of course, you know, red is going to be down a couple guys. And for 2 of them, they have a very good excuse to not be here. Christian Humphreys is eligible for the NHL draft. That's in 2 days. They're in Las Vegas, and his brother Shay C, of course, alongside for the ride. Congrats to the Humphreys family. That's going to be awesome.
I'm now picturing the GOAT League in the Sphere.
That's just interesting to think about.
I wonder how they're going to make that draft look.
I'm excited to see, but hey, for the 3rd straight year, knock on wood, we're going to have a GOAT League player get drafted into the National Hockey League.
That's a true indictment. Indictment's a negative word, but you know what I'm saying. A true blessing for this league. As we're just about ready to kick off.
Only 2 subs for red here, Evan. This is going to be a little challenging for that one. I don't, of course, without some of the top guys, a lot of these other youngsters, newcomers, are really got to step up tonight.
Yeah, just looking at the benches, it's almost comedic.
Just, what is that? 7 on the bench for green. 2 on the bench for red.
No competitive balance picks around here.
Oh, they did have a draft, so I mean.
Norkovicus is going to take the face-off for red, going up against Cermak. Referee steps in, draws off, 1 by red, and cut back to the defenseman Rosensteel. He's going to cut it back to his own zone and hand it off, circling through and up past the FedEx logo. Into the center line. He's going to pass it across and miss that pass, but it's going to be picked up once again by Rosensteel. Quick pass in front of the net, cut off by Green, and they're going to go on the rush, led by Caldwater. That's a butchered name. And a quick shot there by Tristan Trevino. And red gets it back. Another quick shot. Nokrivec is that time frozen by the goaltender Ferris.
The one thing, Ev, I'm pretty sure if you didn't watch last week, this green team, Ferris faced about 30-some shots and only let in 3. And there's a lot of swarming, a lot of really good chances, and he really stood tall. Definitely the MVP of the GOAT League last week.
Yeah, I don't quite know why, but that name, Zach Ferris, seems so familiar.
Johnstown, I mean, a little closer to Penn State than here, so maybe trickled through the Penn State ears.
Yep. Green on the rush up the zone, passes up the middle, bounces it off the wall. Taking it behind the net, passes it across to Davis. Davis to the far side slot and takes it back for himself before flipping it over once more. Back in front, tipped, saved, gets lost in front of the goaltender, and Green's going to retain possession. Up the wing, quick pass in front, tipped away. Red's going to gain possession momentarily and get on the rush. Taking it in and gets his pocket picked when they get right back with number 11. Lost the names there. Back up to Green. Wide open breakaway now for Whitford. But he's not going to corral it. Goes behind the net, getting chased by a man and loses the puck. And Red's back on the rush. Toe pick. Napped right back up. And it's going to be offsides called on Colton Mauser.
It looks like Red's getting a late substitution into this hockey game. I think that might be Matt Weber finally making his way. It is Matt Weber. He's going to get some warm-up laps in. But good to see them have another body. Oh, wait a minute. It's a swap from green to red. Okay, hold on. We'll try to figure that one out.
They like keeping our jobs pretty interesting around here.
Yes, they do.
Although Green taking it behind the net. Loses it for a second, and it's going to be picked up once more. Making on the rush is AJ Staff. And he's going to lose it to Shade. Up in the zone. Quick backhander is going to be lost. And it's Shade once again. Shade spinning it around. Looks to go behind the net, but he passes out in front where it's going to be picked off by the red team. But corralled once more by Quentin Schaefer. Now it's Red's turn. On the rush, they pass it across to Schaff. And the goalie's going to dump it in, and we'll see if we get an icing call.
Can confirm 12 is Jackson Morehouse. So someone that doesn't play for the team normally. He's on Team Black. He's the captain. He's the co-founder of the Go 4v4 League. He's going to hop in and help Red out a little bit here tonight. As there's a lot of number swapping that we have to try to figure out on Red. There is a lot of movement. Green's pretty intact, but Red, bear with us. We're working on it.
Yep, we'll get the names as we go along. Nonetheless, Green on a quick rush here. That's Milan Cermak. Quick in front, and the rebound attempt's going to be scored. That's number 2, Mike Hertzberg. Shouted him out at the start of the game, proving us right with that rebound back to front hand.
Yeah, Hertzberg didn't play in the first game for Green. Good to see him here early on, already matching his goal total from last season and won. And a much-needed one here for Green to get the scoring going.
Back to the face-off circle.
Also mentioned this is a rematch of the championship game last year.
Kenny Cowwater passes it across and into the zone. He's going to get his pocket picked, but they're going to keep possession. Going back and forth. Green does end up with it as they exit the zone past the center line. That's Schaff on the rush. Oh, sorry, Cermak on the rush. Spins it around, and it goes back to Hertzberg again. Rebound attempt, and he scores. Milan Cermak goes top corner.
Cermak, his first goal of the GOAT season. Good job just corralling that and putting that on the back of the net. Green really feeling it right now. And Red, shorthanded, maybe just playing the longevity game at this point.
Yeah, they got to try to slow that pace when you only have 3 guys to swap with. As Hertzberg is speeding right around the corner. Getting battled 2-on-1, he will lose the puck. It's going to be picked up. Number 14 on Red.
Working on numbers still here.
Passed up, and it goes over to Cervano. Cervano can't quite get a shot off as it goes behind the net, and Hertzberg's going to center it. Up the wing, it looks like Red still has it until Saganook gets it for Green. Gives it up to Rosensteel, and it gives it right back to Saganook as he enters the zone. Back across to Rosensteel, right in front of the net, an attempt, but it's going to go wide. Red quickly takes it around the corner. Led by Tristan Trevino. Trevino hands it off. Quick pass across is too quick and can't be caught. Although Red still has possession as they dump it behind the net. Ferris is going to grab it and fight off a little bit. Almost Tristan Jarry right there. And right out in front of the net, can't get the backhand off. That was Humphreys attempting to be some fancy with it. Spins it back around. Green's going to end up nabbing it. Jackson Morehouse passes it forward. Jersey number 7, but a quick shot's going to be just wide of the net. And Green's battling for it behind the net. Cuts around, grabbed by Morehouse. He's going to take a quick shot off the post. And Red looks like they got a 3-on-1. Norkavekis gives a quick pass, and it's shot wide by Cervano. And there to rebound it is Cam Davis. Davis takes it across. His shot's going to go high. Lots of off-target shooting. It's going to go back towards Green. Ferris is going to hand it off. Pressure behind the net by Mahoney there. But they're going to get it off. And Red gets it in their own zone now. Pass in front, back to Mahoney. He's going to trip over the ice and lose the puck off to Whitford. And his pass is going to be intercepted once again, that time by Schaff. Taking a bit to warm up the aim, it seems.
Yeah, obviously a couple, not a lot of bodies. You got to get loose pretty quick here.
Yep. That is for both teams as well. It's a quick shot there off the arm. of Mistretta and out of play. 15-10 remaining in this first half.
Still working through. I think we got 14's Tanner Mahoney. We're going to walk through this together, okay? So 14 Mahoney, 12 Morehouse, no Tomko, no Humphreys brother, no Cerveno. That's where we're sitting right now. The rest still trying to figure it out. Google is trying to be my friend.
Back behind the net. Just to be clear, we don't have who 11 is, right?
We've no clue as of right now.
Gotcha. Carter Shade's going to get that pick. Throws it across. Completes a pretty nice pass. Just lost on the rebound there as Hertzberg gives it back to Shade. And back to Hertzberg. Loses it. It's going to be a breakaway. Red one-on-one. Not a hard shot. Loses it in front of the goaltender. Hertzberg's there to get the rebound. Passes it across. Keeping it around the net. He tries to pass it up and loses it. And Red's going to freeze it behind the net. Taking their time. Looking like they're fighting a 1-3-1.
Yeah, shout out Barry Trotz on that one.
Shot around the net, and it's going to be picked up by... Oh, sorry, Mahoney there. Oops. Back on defense. Red carrying it around their own zone. Cycling it back and just waiting. It looks like they're just trying to keep it easy as they finally get a breakout in the zone. Shot attempt's going to be knocked away before they can get it, but they keep the puck, and that one's going to miss. Taken in. Now it's a Green's shot right out in the front, but they lose it. And now it's another rush attempt on Red by Norkavekis, but he's going to lose it.
Okay, we figured out 11's Kenny Cadwallader. All right, slowly figuring it out here.
Now we got to find out who's 2.
Maybe that's Kenny Cadwallader. I don't know. Have the same colored pants.
Maybe they're both Kenny Cadwallader.
Well, that's okay. So maybe Kenny Cadwallader's 2, which is his original number. That would make sense. It's another Long Island boy. I can tell by the pants that much. Oh, slowly trying to figure it out here.
Yeah. Face-off's going to be taken by Red and put behind the net. Picked up by number 12, who's not Humphreys. And now it's up by Trevino. Trevino dekes out a man as he looks to take a shot. Puts it up slowly. The rebound's out in front of the net. And Green finally is able to corral it as they take it around. Pass across by Cermak, and it's going to go offsides. 12 minutes to go in this running clock first half.
I think you got to be thanking your lucky stripes if you're on Red's alone and clock. But at least now you have 2 full lines, so no more double shifting. You at least got Morehouse as a substitution now. A late sub and Cadwallader finally making it for his team, but just lucky. Save your legs now, boys.
Can you imagine in the NHL you could just sub your bench? It'd be
really cool to see if you could do that, but I mean, some teams would definitely abuse Vegas.
Yep. You make a trade in the first period, and by the third period, you got a whole new roster out there.
Exactly.
Green's in control in the zone. Got a quick pass across the net, but he couldn't get there in time. And 2 rebound shots, both bouncing off the pads of the goalie. Spinning it around out to the point and back into the corner. Looking for some room. He's just going to chase it around. Grabbed by Cam Davis on the other side. Throws it right back. Running it back to the FedEx logo and circling the whole zone. He's going to take a backhand shot. No, he's going to hold on to it longer. Passes it back in front of the net. Nothing happening. Davis back with it once more. Quick pass in front of the net. Once again, no movement. Green sustaining their pressure now. They've been at it for almost 2 minutes. And they're going to lose it right as I say that. Ultimate jinx.
Commentator's jinx always in effect.
Yep. Rosensteel's going to keep the puck, but he's going to have to cycle all the way back into his zone. And a couple of great moves there, but just loses it in front of the net. Bounces it off the far wall.
2 for sure is Kenny Cadwallader.
All right.
Got that down.
Whitford is going to leave it in. Looks like they're going to go change or cherry pick on defense. Speaking of cherry pick, there's Cadwallader. He headed it off to Morehouse. And right in front of the net, backhander is going to go over. And a big hit behind the play. Maybe a bit of an oversell, but taken in by Davis, rips a shot far. And Red's gonna get a 3-on-1 opportunity. But they slowed it down. It's 3-on-2. Quick shot's gonna be blocked, and the second one doesn't make contact. And now it's Green's turn once again. Quentin Schaffer, 2-on-0, and he scores right through the 5-hole.
Good shot there by Schaefer. Had some room on the right wall. Picks right underneath the 5-hole there. Charlie Mistretta. Green, 3-0 lead.
Yep, he was betting on his goalie, biting on the far side guy. And he doesn't pass it, he just throws it right through. Makes it 3-0. Hertzberg has it for Green after the faceoff. Quickly enters the zone, showing off some of that speed. And his backhander gets behind the goalie, but doesn't get into the net. Cuts it across the side. Right behind, looks like he's trying to set something up. Right in front of Hertzberg, just the far right. Red takes it up now, led by number 11.
TBD.
Across to Norkavekis, he's going to leave it up down there for Morehouse. And another quick one-timer. A rebound attempt, corralled and stopped by Ferris.
Really good close in front of that. Ferris not too keen on letting in shots like that. Most of his goals in the first week were either rebounds that just popped out way too wide, he couldn't get over, or in one case scenario, he put it in his own net.
I believe we saw an own goal in the last game as well. So
I'd say the one from last week's a little bit worse.
Yep. And speaking of Ferris, great glove save there after a quick pass across the neck by Norkavekis. And right in front of him once more, he's going to keep that one out in the air, bouncing around, and it ends up behind the net. Quick pass in front, off his pads again. He's standing on his head right now. And Red cuts it behind again.
Nothing we're not used to seeing from Zach Ferris.
Green on their rush once more, 7:50 to go in the half. And a quick pass across, he's gonna score. That's Quentin Schaefer. We saw him take a pretty good shot earlier. This time he gets it in.
2 goals in a row now for Schaefer. Really feeling it now. He had 1 goal last week. Now up to already 3 in the Go 4v4 league.
It looks like he's taking advantage of Red potentially being more tired and just getting that early positioning.
Smart tactic from Green. Regular season undefeated streak still at large here.
Yep. And this green and red combined with some of the yellow from the logo is looking just like the radars we're seeing just to the right of us.
Oh.
Very rainy day here just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pass is going to be back for Saginaw. He's going to deke it as he slides backwards. Throws it up. Red's going to gain possession inside the green zone. Holding it up, and there's a quick pass. They got a 2-on-1. Schaff goes for the backhand off the pads. He keeps it, though. He's waiting for his team to catch up. Back to the point. Pushing forward and taking a shot. And right into the glove hand. Zach Ferris, sorry. Combined a couple names there. Freezes it, 6:25.
The combining of hey, it happens to the best of us, right? Hey, for Red, you got to give him credit. I know the shots on goal aren't working right now, but you got to feel they've at least inching closer, at least double digits, at least testing Ferris, especially the last couple of minutes.
Plus, there's definitely an athlete named Jackson Ferris. I just can't remember what sport he is right now.
It's baseball. I can remember that one. I
There
think he's
it
a
is.
Cubs pitcher.
Quickly icing.
Something we have, we talked about in previous portions of the broadcast. So icing has become maybe a little bit more common this year, and so have penalties, and so have lesser scoring games. It's been a lot more competitive, a lot more even-based. So it's good to see all 6 teams kind of, being evenly matched. We're going to see some kind of, especially like the last one we had between white and teal.
Red has an opportunity right behind the net. They try to take a shorthand pick, but it's going to bounce off his shoulder and be called for a high sticking.
Yeah, no penalty, just going to stay inside the zone here, but for Red, good break. Keeps the offensive zone draw.
Face-off is won by Green. Pushing it forward is Milan Cermak. He's going to hold it all the way into the corner. Spins back around and leaves it up for Rosensteel. Rosensteel's going to lose it, and it's going to be a breakaway attempt for Schaff. Second time, he's going to wait for his teammate to catch up. Quick pass in front of the net, backhander, and Ferris is going to freeze it right inside his 5-hole.
Nice work from Ferris, squaring up to the shooter, not allowing the rebound. Perfectly job, well done. Stats from last year, 264 goals against, 924 save percentage, but a 9-14-2 record. Probably says more about the goaltender than it probably did about
Yeah, and he's not going to let any, it looks like you said, he's not going to let any good goals through. But now that I said that, he'll give up 10 in the next 5 minutes or so.
Just how commentator Jinx works.
Carter Shade in the rush. He's going to get blocked. And it's going to be grabbed by that mystery number 11 for Red. Pass out in front for called Cadwater. And they're going to just barely keep possession. Back to Cadwater. He's going to try to do a pass. It's going to go off the pad and frozen once more by Ferris.
Really aggressive was Ferris coming out of the net on that play. Almost a very lucky break for Red. Just move that more to the outside. That cage was wide open.
And lucky for Paris that his pad was just wide enough to catch that. Because if that pass would have got across the net, wide open net. And Red wins once more. They try to do a quick pass, and he can't get him. And now it's a Green breakaway. That's Cam Davis. In front, his shot's going to be blocked. The rebound's going to be blocked as well and frozen.
What a job from Mistretta. Doesn't get overly aggressive, stays in his crease, squares to the shooter, makes the initial save right there for the rebound. Perfect job done. Mistretta keeping Red in this game.
3 minutes to go as Green wins the face-off in the offensive zone. His backhander is going to be just wide into the glass. Green holds on. That's Rosensteel. And right as I say it, Red grabs it. They got a 2-on-0. Taking it in is Morehouse with a through-the-leg shot attempt.
Trying to go highlight reel.
Down 4-0. Is that the best decision?
Risky. I like it.
Cam Davis checks out. Quick pass. Ended up being a shot between the legs of the goaltender. And Cadwater is going to carry it for Red into the zone as he passes it back to 11. He's going to get tripped up. No call, though. Grabbed by Whitford. He's going to take it up forward. Quick pass across the net. Through the 5-hole. And it's a goal. Jack Rosensteel puts it between the legs, almost Kucherov style. Couldn't really see where that one was heading.
Yeah, go for fancy. Sometimes it pays off in your favor. That time it did for Jack Rosensteel. Missed last week. Main piece in the Logan Coley trade. That Green gets him and Justin Stupka. Great trade for them. They get some really good value for a player that only might play less than a handful of games.
Quick pass in front of the net. The one-timer is going to be just wide. Ferris has to fix the net while they're still in the zone. Wide around the edge. Under 2 minutes to go. And as we get towards the end of this first half, what do you expect Red to do in the second half to try to counter this 5-0 deficit?
You feel they're going to be at least a little bit more aggressive, right?
Yeah.
I like the shot attempts, but it's really hard to beat Ferris. He's shown that time and time again, just like that.
Yep, and they just got away with that blatant offsides. But nothing coming as Ferris doesn't want to let anything by him. Green. It's the zone. Quick shot blocked and saved. Brody Simcoe.
Simcoe had a hat trick last week for Green. We talked about earlier, no Coolies. You need someone to step up. And Brody Simcoe did just that with his 3 goals last week. Him, Saganook. Those are your guys who are going to look on to lead this team to hopefully keep their undefeated streak alive and win as many games as possible. They're a team that could definitely go deep.
Do you expect Green to maybe try to protect the... Why am I losing my words right now? Protect the shutout. There it is. Over scoring more goals in the second half.
I don't want to say the S word in any means, but there's never been one in GOAT history.
And a beautiful pass. And a beautiful save as well, as Brody Simcoe had a great opportunity there. 26 seconds to go as Red's going to enter once more. And pass across. And there's the... Wow. There it is.
The mystery number 4.
Yeah. No name. That's how bad the announcer jinx was. with me saying the shutout word.
We'll figure it out after the game, maybe.
Well, me saying one S word has Zach Ferris probably saying another one. As it makes it 5-1, and we're going to end the first half. We'll be right back to you in just about 2 minutes. You heard that? That means second half time. Red, right before the end of that first half, finally got on the board. Maybe that can be a momentum swing heading into the second half.
At 4 is Brandon Weber, by the way. I just pieced that together. Okay, so we slowly are figuring it out here. Slowly but surely, but at least someone has a name to the goal now.
And a great shot off the post. Kicks us off hot as Red is doing a faster pace than they started that first half with on account of the one extra person on the bench. But Green's going to take advantage and cut off the zone. Wide open attempt for Simcoe. Off the glove, he's going to pick it back up with his hand and circle around. Looks for his man. He finds Hertzberg. His shot, top right corner and in. Beautiful snipe.
Already beating his career record in goals from last year's Mike Hertzberg. That's 2 in the game, 2 in the season. Green up by 5.
Yep, wearing that helmet that makes me think Ohio State.
It really does.
I think that's exactly what they wear.
I think there's that red stripe's probably a little bit bigger, maybe, than what he has there.
I'm not a fan of those helmets that try to recreate the football helmets. And speak of him, there's the hat trick for Mike Hertzberg. Who cares if we like his helmet or not? You gotta like his game today. It's 7-1 Green.
Man, what a game from Hertzberg. Simcoe was the hero last week with 3. Now we see with Hertzberg today with 3.
Yep, he's just showing off his speed against this red team that seems to be tired out in comparison. They try to get it to Hertzberg once again, but that pass is going to be blocked. He's going to fight his way off and get knocked down by Caldwater. Tries to do some sort of spinning move, but doesn't lose the puck until he does to the other team, and now Hertzberg's got to break away. And Red, they're fighting him off now. Will Schaff just threw a stick in front of him. Picked up by Cermak. Cermak's going to cycle backwards. Back to Hertzberg, continuing the cycle. Leaves it up for Robertson. Had to check if there was a T there or not. Quick pass in front. He was aiming for Cermak, but doesn't get it. But Green holds on. Tries to pass it across for Robertson. Robertson hands it up to Simcoe. It goes back to Saganook. Spinning around, Cermak. Goes behind the net, keeping it for himself. Passed out in front, backhander. Great backhander into the glove hand. And it goes right back behind where Green's holding on. Got it. I was wondering if anybody else would try the baseball move we saw in the first game.
You think at some point someone's going to at least go, all right, let's a set play. You know, we're up by 6 goals. Maybe we should try something a little bit cool here.
Yeah, might as well with Curtis Shade cycling around. He pushes off and shows some speed, goes in front, aims for the 5-hole, just misses, but Green's going to keep hanging on. That pass is going to get blocked, almost an own goal if it would have just used the wrong stick handle there. Cycling it backwards, and Green's got it right out in front. Holds off on the backhand. I don't know how he did not. I don't know how that didn't go into the net. All I know it was definitely Green's fault.
Yeah, a lot of puck luck. I could say that much.
And frozen by Charlie Mistretta.
You got to give Mistretta credit. You got to think you at least got a piece of it coming across with his blocker. Down and out, practically an empty net.
Yep. I
Man,
mean, can't spell goal without L, and the L stands for luck in many, many cases. And there they just had none.
yeah, cameraman Billy's a big fan of that one. He
Ba-
he also opens game with the weather report usually too. So
Hey, it's the one time we need it. You could overhear it.
at one point I don't know if we still can.
I think it slowed down up here. Although I did get a phone call from my grandmother during that first game, making sure I was alive, as apparently my house is getting hit by a tornado for the
Oh.
second time this summer.
Yeah, it's something about those plum tornadoes. I don't know. There's none in my 21 years living there, and all of a sudden there's 2 in 2 months.
Yeah. And both times I'm not there.
Yeah, coincidentally said.
My guard dog will keep the house standing. Green's back on the rush. As he tries to pass it off to Davis, who's going to miss the shot with it out of the zone. It's a foot race. Won by Green with Cermak. Tips it forward, gets it, and is going to juke behind. Over in front to Shade, he's going to barely get it. And he's waiting for a bit of a change. Red's going to steal it off of him, but he's going to battle to make sure they can't do anything with it. And there's Rosensteel. It's a 4-on-0. Back, forth, back. And nothing happening. Their tic-tac-toe got blocked by Mistretta. And now it's a 1-on-1. And Ferris gets it frozen. Tipped out in front. Rosensteel's cherry picking. Waiting for his man. Cycles through, almost loses it. And that time he does. Shade's there, but Rosensteel's going to get it himself and hand it to Shade. Shade across to McLean. Or not McLean, we're working on those. And Red's going to get it. Try to a rush here with number 14. That is Morehouse. And lost to Carter Shade. He's going to throw it back up to Rosensteel. 17-17 as they enter the zone. Quick shot by Rosensteel. It goes in. Couldn't decide between it goes in and he scores on that quick 5-hole shot. Mixed it up there.
Hey, 2 goals for Rosensteel. Like I said, how many goals does Logan Coley have today? 0. Rosensteel has 2. Who won the trade, you tell me? Logic.
We'll tell Utah about that one.
I don't think Utah's going to trade Logan Coley anytime soon. Who knows? Anything could happen.
What, you don't pay attention to Toronto media?
Toronto media thinks that Logan Coley's been a Leaf for the last 3 years.
Yeah, they're going to get Logan Coley and then some from Rich Marner.
Exactly.
And John Tavares, 0 retained.
The logic of sports media.
Anybody else just see Kyle Dubas peer down at us? Beautiful shot off the post and in. Red gets their second from Cadwalder.
Man, what a shot from Kenny Cadwalder. Right in front. You could hear that bar from a mile away, the way that thing rang in.
Yep, trying to impress our imaginary Kyle Dubas.
I'm pretty sure the UPMC cameras and Kyle Dubas' phone have a connection where maybe he is doing a little bit of scouting.
He's definitely watching us right now.
I hope so.
Quick pass across. We know he was watching last year because he traded for Eric Carlson when we asked.
We did. We definitely did ask him. His kids, shout out to Dubas' kids for telling him.
Another great shot. Red's finally getting some momentum on offense. Ferris is still just standing on his head. As the pass away from Green's going to get tipped, but taken once again. Grabbed up by Schaefer. Open net, but there's nobody there. Red's going to grab it for themselves. And they got an odd man rush. Over to Humphreys, who I believe number 12 is a mystery. Or
Morehouse 12.
Morehouse 12.
Mahoney 14. Like I said, all the numbers jumbled for Red today.
Good thing Green's holding on to the puck more. Quick pass in front. Tipped in. It's going to be scored by number 9, Tommy Whitford.
That's just some good give and go. And Whitford's on the back door. And who else but a Hertzberg point? Pretty sure that's about 5 or 6 on the night already for him.
MVP.
As of right now, is it him or Ferris?
Yeah, actually got a point there. We don't usually see goalie performances quite to this level in this league.
Could be back-to-back MVPs for Ferris.
And now they got Hertzberg taking faceoffs.
If he's hot, you might as well.
Well, he just lost that hotness as Red takes it into the zone, but Hertzberg's going to fight for it behind the net. And they're going to start a cycle. Quick pass across. He's looking for a man out in front. Hits tip's going to go in. Number 5, Ian Nurkavekis, the defenseman, stepping up in the center spot.
Norkovics scored a lot of clutch goals last year for Red to help them in their championship run. He had 10 on the season, 2 last week. And then 1 here it's only a 5-goal game and there's 14 minutes on the clock. I'm just saying don't count Red out quite yet here.
Yeah, you see a lot of defensemen stepping off in the offensive zone that you wouldn't see them do in their normal game when they enter the GOAT League.
It's 4-on-4. You got more room to work with, and sometimes there's 3-on-1 rushes, 4-on-2 rushes. Defensemen play a pivotal role in scoring goals.
Speaking of defensemen, Saxon Roberson was trying to cherry pick there, cost Green the puck, but they get it right back with Simcoe. Simcoe behind, pass out in front, and it's going to be blocked. There's Robertson again. Simcoe teams along with Cermak to get the puck back for Green, and there's Mike Hertzberg. Battling his way through the corner. He's going to lose it momentarily. And now he's pinned, but he gets it out for Simcoe. And a very weak shot's going to get frozen with 13:18 left.
A good stoppage to settle here. I think Red and Green both respectfully need to just take a minute, breathe, and find their game. Red's kind of pushing Green a lot more than we expected them to. It's only a 5 or a 6-goal game.
Yep. Referee's freezing to stop a fan from breaking into the penalty box or something.
Not exactly sure.
He's wearing red, though, so maybe he's trying to suit up.
They could use him.
And on the breakaway, saved by Ferris. Ferris showing absolutely no intimidation. Great block there, though.
Penalty coming up here. It's a trip on Green.
And so Red's going to have some extra time. Do you think maybe they tried the pull the goalie stunt that we
You
saw?
know, both of us obviously not on commentary for that game. Seeing that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
5-on-3 in a tie game when they scored.
Hey, if it works, it works. Do you compare? I'm still deciding what I think was more shocking, that or go back to the NHL when Minnesota pulled their goalie in overtime.
It's interesting. I'm not sure, but it looks like they're not going to use that strategy here. Cermak will sit 1 for tripping.
Yeah, I guess they want their guys on their bench to have as much rest as possible.
Referee almost took a tumble. Green stick taps all around for him keeping his balance there.
Hey, ice is slippery. Red wins the faceoff. Back to the point. Now forward to the faceoff circle, back to the point. Tic-tac-toe out in front. Did they get that?
They did. It was Morehouse.
Yep, just behind the glove of Ferris. And Red's got 4 or 5. Man, they're scoring quicker than I realized.
It's catching. Well, actually, I thought that was 4. Hold on a minute. I think they're cheating a little bit here. Yeah, our scoreboard says 9-4. That one is wrong. Ours is right.
As always, just don't look. Except for the clock, don't look at the clock.
Yes.
Only a few seconds off.
It's
Red
not bad.
continuing their power play. Pass in front of the net goes nowhere. They took it out behind. Taking it through the ads in the corner. And it's going to be a breakaway for Carter Shade. Shade holds back and takes a shot. It's going to bounce off the glove hand and go behind the net. 20 seconds to go on this power play. As Red's going to not keep possession. Sorry. Cam Davis gets his pocket stolen from. Not a smooth call there, but a smooth shot. Ferris is going to save it. 10 seconds on the power play as Green regains possession behind their own net. Throws it up, and that's going to end the power play.
Solid work for Green on this kill for the most part, except for the goal.
10:35 to go in the game. 9-5 in favor of Green. They're going to slow it down a little bit behind the net. Tips it up for Shade. He's going to slowly take it into his own and then push the rush. Holding it on one hand, he's going to lose it, and it'll be frozen by Mistretta.
Not a bad play from Shade. Just put it on the net, get the cover, set up again here on the O-zone.
Yep, he seems to be the one player not trying to get too fancy with it. It's just if he has the puck, simple shots.
I feel like Green as a whole, maybe, not having that star power that they once had last year, games get simplified a lot more.
And for Red, they kind of have to simplify their game, even though they haven't been. We saw a couple of fancy attempts. Green's going to get it back. Crossing the line is Schaefer. Schaefer's pass out in front to Davis. And I don't know if he was shot there or tried passing it back, but either way, nothing comes of it. And there is a shot. Got behind the goalie, but over his head.
Schaefer on hat trick watch. He got 2 already.
And Shade gets tripped up with the puck. No call on it. He's going to get right back up and keep fighting for it behind the net. Looks like he tried getting it to Davis, but they got a stick blocked. He's still holding on. And this time he gets it off to Davis. Cycling through. Not Davis, my apologies. Saw some Green there. Backhanded up. Saganuk throws it behind the net, getting it back to Shade on the other side. Shade battling in the corner. He's doing a whole lot of moving on this shift. Red's going to get it off of him. Nothing comes of it, though, as they hand it right back to Schaefer, who hands it right back. And now they've got an odd man rush. They're led by Norkavekis. Goalie takes out of the net to avoid that.
Shade it was perfectly played to Shade, but he's, no, I'm going off. You guys can handle it at this point.
Can't really blame him after that shift. He was doing a whole lot of cycling through that zone. Okay. Great zone entry on defense. Another quick shot. Ferris is going to get it. Circling through. Probably had a better chance if he would have gone all the way around, but he puts it backwards. Norkavekis loses on the pass. And Red's coming back with Robertson. Shot's going to be saved, but he's going to hold on, pass out in front. He scores, Cam Davis. Finally, he's been out in front of the net all day. He gets it in.
All due time for Camden Davis. Finally picking that up, getting his first of the season. A well-deserved goal. I think we've called his name way too many times for him not to have a goal at this point.
Yeah, and you can tell he's wanted it today. He's been out in front of the net. He's kind of been cherry-picking on offense. As that face-off is going to be won by Green. Fighting at the line. And carried in by Robertson. Robertson, backhand pass. But Whitford can't make anything of it. Red gets it back. Tries to do a behind-the-legs pass. Doesn't connect fully. But Cadwalder is there. And Red's going to keep it in front of the zone. There's Cadwalder. Pass back. He shoots and scores. Waiting to check the number on that. And that's AJ Schaff. Makes it 10-6.
It's good work there from Red. 6 goals against on Ferris. Hard thing to do.
And how many goals do you take before you take Ferris out of the MVP considerations?
About 13. He's having a pretty good game.
Yep, still some highlight reels. Green enters it once more. Schaefer. Shot's going to be saved and frozen. 6:35 to go as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, for Green, I feel they still need about 1 or 2 more here. They really do need 1 or 2 more. It's a 4-goal deficit for Red, but, I still feel that Red can still come back in this game.
Yeah, we always see that scoring pick up in these last 5 minutes when we get there. As speaking of Red, they're going to get another chance 2-on-1.
The scoreboard's still wrong, by the way. It's 10-5, not 10-6.
I was going to say, I thought.
That's what I thought, too, for a moment, too, and I was like, wait a minute. Counting on my sheet here, I'm like, that's only 5 goals.
And they almost made it 6 there, the quick pass in front. But Cadwalder couldn't connect, and it gives Green a chance to step right back up. Robertson pass. Tries to tip it in, but it flies right past his elbow. Circling by Simcoe. His shot's going to go up. Off the elbow of the goaltender, saying elbow so many times, you'd think Jacob Trooper was on the ice.
Oh, I knew that was coming at some point. I don't know why. I had a feeling.
I forced that as hard as I could. As Red back forth tic-tac-toe. They're going to get raw or... Well, now it says 10-8, so no matter what, that's wrong.
I know, regardless, that's wrong.
It was a goal by...
Whoever 11 is on the ice.
Yeah, it was whoever 11. Got giant pile of red down there.
It is somebody, we're just not sure who.
So it's a 4-goal game, 3.5. We were talking about half goals. We can
Yeah,
put that in.
maybe half goals, I guess. I don't know.
Simcoe behind the net for Green. Passes it forward. And that's going to crease the corner of the net. Scored. Was that tipped in by Hertzberg?
That was
then?
Hertzberg.
Or was that Rosen's joke? Because it looked like he took the shot.
I don't know. I thought I saw backdoor Hertzberg. Maybe I was wrong on that. I'm
One
not
of the
sure.
two. I honestly couldn't tell.
Good thing is we have replay. We can go back and look.
As I say, Rosensteel took the shot and didn't notice whether or not Hertzberg got a stick on it. 4:20 left in this game. 6 to 11.
Yeah, 6 to 11. That is for sure.
6.5 to 11. As Hertzberg looking for it once more. That shot's going to go wide. Shade's going to try to keep it in the zone, but lose it. Red steps up again behind the net. Holding on to it and passing out in front to 11. Throws it back. There's another great shot. Wide open in front of the net. And Ferris slides further than I've ever seen a hockey player slide to corral that one.
It was Hertzberg looking back to get the deflection. In
All
front
right. So that's his 4th of the game?
Yep.
And then breakaway attempt for Green. He launches it to the moon. 3:35. Red regains their possession. Now, does Red pull the goalie with this short bench?
You got to feel at some point. It's only 4.
Yep.
Wait, what's
It's only
5? Hold on, it's a
only-
5-goal game.
It's only 4.5 goals.
Yeah, I still feel it. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Simcoe cycling through. Tries a quick pass in front. Cermak was trying to tip it. Doesn't get there. Red's going to go on their breakaway once more. Scored up by 11. Pass across. One-timer misses. And that's the kind of goal you can't miss if you're going to make this quick comeback.
You need every shot to count here.
Simcoe dodges him. He's got a man to his left, but he's going to try to put it in himself, and it's going to go high. Passes across to Schaefer. Leaves it up for Shade. And grabbed by Cermak. There's nothing happening there. Simcoe, not Cermak. Red's going to take it once more. Cadwalders pass across. And it's going to get in there. 12.
Morehouse,
Morehouse, okay. Jeez.
the one that goals won't necessarily even matter for anyway because it's not his team. 7, yes. 11-7, not 11-8. They still have it wrong. We're right, I think. We think it's 11-7 in our eyes, okay?
7-11 as Green's going to gain the puck as they try to Slurpee the rest of this game
That was forced.
to an end. Yeah, that was. I couldn't think of anything better, not going to lie. As it's now Green fighting in the corner, tosses it back to Shade. Shade's going to push forward to the left. Cycling backwards is Green. We're going to pass 2 minutes to go in this game as they enter their own zone. Getting pressed successfully. It's going to be a big opportunity for Red, and the shot's going to go nowhere. And Shade's going to lead Green to the other end very slowly that time as he handed off to Davis. Back to Shade. Circles it back, waiting for his team to get there. His quick shot's going to go under the glove hand. Nabbed by Robertson before Red steals it right off of him. Crossing the line. Passes across. Quick shot saved. Rebound. What a save by Zach Ferris. Sliding with his glove hand. Freezes the clock at 1:29.
Highway robbery from Zach Ferris. Are you kidding me? You want to talk about goals against being non-MVP choice? Man, that's an MVP save.
Yeah.
Someone get that man a 7-Eleven Slurpee.
That was a harder robbery than a gas station right there.
Yep, that one a little better, a little better.
The timing wasn't quite right. As the timing was right on that shot, though. Red now makes it 8-11. Or, yep. That whistle kind of confused me a bit. But that was scored by
Weber.
Weber. It's going to say Mahoney, so thanks for the correction.
Hey, Mistretta out of the net here as well. He was out for a moment. They're going to wait for the face-off. He's going to come right back out. It's a 3-goal. It says 2-goal on the
The 2.5 goal game.
yes. You wonder here, do they actually think it's 11-9 down there?
Or are we wrong, maybe?
I don't think we are.
I don't think we are either because we have the notes.
Yeah.
We have the receipts. Oh! Quick shot's going to go in the air. Stays with Red. Goalie is pulled, but Green's going to head it forward. Beautiful play on defense there by Shaft to keep the puck for the Red. Drops it back. Very quick shot and fanned on. 49 seconds to go.
All he needs 2.5 here, Ev.
Ken Davis is battling to get that empty netter. He's going to get. Had possession for momentarily, but it goes right back to Red. Bit of a slower pace than you'd expect, but he's waiting for his team to get into the zone with him. Norkavekis takes it behind the net. 29 seconds to go. And it's going to head towards the empty net. Not fast enough, though. It's going to be picked up by Trevino. Trevino leads it in. Looking for a shot. He's going to throw it right at the stick of Green. They're going to dump it down the ice, and it's going to be just left. Ices it with 12.2 to go.
Well, 2.5 goals in 12.2 seconds. I don't know how to that's about 4 seconds a goal. I'll take the half, maybe a little, I don't know. This is difficult. We really don't know what's right here.
Maybe they added a goal for pressure without having that full team. Nonetheless, Red wins the faceoff, puts it on net,
Is
and
it a
it's going to be
money puck?
dumped out. Clock wasn't moving, but now it's at 8 seconds. So Red got some extra time there. And it's going to be a battle in the corner. Green gains possession, throws it out, and that will end the game. Green beats Red, a short bench Red by a score of 11-8 / 11-9 / 11-8. We're going to go with that one.
Yeah, I think it's 11-8. You know, 11-8.5 is probably a cooler number, so we might just go with that one. But in the end here, Green keeps their undefeated regular season streak alive. Red, man, it's difficult for them. You know, you're missing your top 3 guys in Tomko and the Humphrey brothers, along with Cervanio, hasn't played a game yet this season. Mistretta did all he could. The depth scoring did all they could. At the end of the day, Green still on top.
Yeah, it really shows that balance of when you're drafting for the GOAT League. You can get that higher end talent, but your chances are you're going to miss a few games with them. Because we saw that with Teal last season, having the Cooley brothers sometimes.
Mhm.
So it's kind of an interesting strategy to look at. But now you look at Teal, they look amazing.
Yeah, they really did. I think they did a phenomenal job here today, and
Yep, meanwhile,
props off for them.
meanwhile, Green not looking like anything too special out of the league. But by having that large bench, they were just able to outpace Red throughout.
And obviously, give credit to Zach Ferris. Another phenomenal
Yeah.
game for him. Of course, 8 goals against. Not like the 3 goals against last week, but still. Really good job. That highlight reel save, man. Incredible work.
Yep, amazing game before we said the S word.
Yeah, you said it, not me, just
Yep.
to be clear.
But for another S word, it's going to be sayonara. That's all we have for you this week. We'll catch you back here next Wednesday.
No, not next Wednesday. 2 Wednesdays. We got off next week.
2 Wednesdays.
4th of July weekend, we're not here. They're not here either. Yeah, I don't know why you're celebrating. Yeah, we like it here. Come back in 2 weeks. We come back in 2 weeks.
Anyways, for Caden McCrory, Billy DePue, and Andrew Keel, I'm Evan Smith.